Good morning, everybody. Sorry about the sneeze. Oh, good morning, everybody. Oh, sneeze. Oh.
I had 8 UTI, 1 cure. This is Sarah, me and my partner Spencer. 124. Before it makes effective urinary tract health product. It cures me more.
Hey, Edward, Jonathan, Frank, East Coast, Warren, I think it is. Yes. Good morning, all. It's Sunday morning, as you all know. I don't think my YouTube's running in the background. It was before, but I shut it down. Oh, Dusty, that's right. Dusty. Sorry, you have to forgive me. I'm not that good with names. I run into people all the time and I can recognize them and I can see them, but I'm sitting there going, yeah, so I apologize to everybody.
Well, turning celebration of life. They say the memorial event will be held 1 week from today. Home state of Arizona at State Farm Stadium, which can end up 73.
So to turn for you to say that crowd.
As you can see, it's kind of hazy out there today. Not foggy, but just real hazy. Hey, how's it going? JDS, how you doing today?
In the nation's capital, scheduled to take place at the Kennedy Center at 6 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yes, my question is, will this action?
Well, getting older by the day, but yeah, I guess I would qualify as doing okay. Yeah. I fly whenever I think I can. I miss this ship, but as you can see how hazy it is, I just didn't know how good a flying it would have been. The and I don't know if it's going to clear up or not. I look at my outside cameras here, and I don't see any kind of haze here other than up above the trees. But down at street level, it seems to be better. And here, as the ship is going away down from the lake, it's a little bit more clear. I don't know. I never could predict the weather and never claimed to.
That's something that can be done in Congress, the president, and then at the ballot box, and then also with our own 2 feet as parents. We had this conversation yesterday.
Yeah,
We do.
JDS, I understand. About the time you get towards the end of the day or the middle of the afternoon, you think, oh man. But then you look back and say, well, when I was younger, I could have done all that and still it had been 11 o'clock in the morning. So Edward, Edward says it's going to be a nice day. It's going to clear up.
Copy that. 2% chapter request in just 24 hours. This is an understanding where the real background is. It's not enough to have a wonderful moment, which we will the next several days, and obviously accommodating with his service. But it's more important to really get out there and continue the conversation. This will birth an
I don't know if TJ's at work or
be his last.
That's what I'm saying. So the
where he would be.
just talking.
Yeah.
Essentially,
Now,
he said, oh, he was fine. Okay, what was all of that? Where the assassination legs. You just gotta look at the numbers. Can you pop that back up on the screen? Because if you don't, if you think hate speech and political violence is insane, if you disagree with someone, that's insane. Yes, the numbers. 93% of baby boomers say it's never acceptable. 86 of Gen X say it's never acceptable. 70 my generation, 7 millennials say it's never acceptable. That's almost 30% of my age group that is acceptable. Then you get to Gen Z, which is where the shoe was. This is 58% of them feel like it's never acceptable. So almost 50% of them feel like it's okay.
And so why is that the case? And I think Charlie had the answer. He said, when you have silence, you get violence. This generation Z is the most censored generation. They went to COVID and we were told we couldn't say things that were so obvious. Like, if you get the virus, you get natural immunity. I mean, they were told you were crazy.
you can't say that.
You can't say that. They were told that to believe that men could become women and that men were not stronger in sports when they pretend to be women, that they could, you know, that there was not a difference. There's all kinds of censorship going on in this generation. And I think what Charlie Kirk was doing on the campus is was saying, no more. Let's return to a time when we can have
Yeah, JDS.
you know, I hear all about that, that he couldn't have, even on the right, some of these debates about policy. He loved Israel, but he wanted to debate.
Yeah, Sunday morning. I think a lot of people probably sleeping in. There's a couple of other people online this morning. Usually Sunday morning, there's a few people that are online. I think Johnny Drone Flyer is one of them. I don't know where Justin is, but he usually pops in sooner or later. And that's the American Century going downbound. It'll make the big curve over here and then go downstream. That's where the big curve on the St. Clair River is here in Port Huron.
Understand what has been happening on college campuses. Send your children, you send your money. You may not be aware of what's been happening, and now perhaps there'll be more so. Meantime, police are searching the suspected shooter's home in Utah, while worse revealing chilling details that ultimately could prove a potential motive in this case.
Eric Tenney joins us live outside of the Utah County Jail with details. Eric, good morning. Tell us about these details.
Hey, yeah, good morning. You may remember that the alleged assassin had recently told a family member he didn't like Charlie Kirk and he didn't like his viewpoints. Well, one of those viewpoints that investigators are now looking into as a possible motive is his viewpoints on transgenders. FBI sources tell Fox that the 22-year-old suspect was living in southern Utah with his romantic partner, who is a male transitioning to a female. Those sources say that that individual has been extremely cooperative and shared messages with investigators that help lead to zero the shooter. Had no idea their significant other was planning to assassinate Charlie. This week, President Trump did raise apprehending the suspect and was defending the FBI, telling Fox Digital the FBI cash and everyone else. They have done a great job, and as you mentioned, the plans are coming together for a massive the Turning Point USA founder. His celebration flag will be held next Sunday at the State Farm Stadium in Orlando, Arizona. And that stadium comes up to 70,000 people. President Trump is expected to be there to help honor Charlie's life and legacy. Back here at the Utah County Jail, we have also been in the sheriff's office that the alleged assassin is being under constant watch by the jail here to make sure he doesn't harm himself. Others leading up to his initial hearing, which will be on Tuesday, that state prosecutors that file state charges against him. We've also learned that the Department of Justice is considering.
Good morning, Brenda.
Is that hearing on Tuesday? It would be a virtual hearing, but we are expected to see
Jonathan.
Thank you, Eric.
We do appreciate that. Keep that guy in the SAG. I know Aaron.
Ed, how's it going?
I think they ultimately have to be
Lance, yep.
if the exclusive nature of this assessment. You're talking.
Here comes Justin now. Good morning, Justin. Justin, are you here? Is your microphone working? Maybe not.
The children who gunned down in a Catholic.
Okay, Lance.
All right, let's see if there we go.
There you go. We can hear you now, Justin.
What's up, Edward, Jody, Lance, JDS. See who else is in here. Brenda and Dusty. No, I'm actually
Here's
using
my
my other mic.
boondog.
It just wasn't plugged in all the way.
Here's my boondog. Come on.
Because this mic or this headset I'm using, Lance, has a removable mic. So I take it out when I'm playing because I use my HyperX on the desk. And I forgot to plug it back in.
Somebody else with COVID.
Your mic's a little bit low there, Justin. Unless you're talking in a whisper.
No?
That's a little better. Can you pump it up just a smidge more?
No, it's set all the way high as it'll go on Zoom.
Oh wow.
Oh, you're good, Dusty. I got arrested right at the end after I left the event, but by that time I was like almost 11:30 or something, so I just took off. I went ahead and ended the stream after that.
That's how big the crowd was. I'm so glad you said that.
I can't lean forward into my headset, Lance.
Everything. We can't shy away because it's politically incorrect. Let's unpack.
What's up, Randy?
Let's find out other themselves. Terrorist subservice.
No question about it. Part of the reason why he's so much love and heartbreak over Charlie Kirk is because he has said on campus that so then it's so cool there. I told her to
Stay right there.
you know what? That Charlie when he had debates about pro-life issues because if you safely love, passion, and battle, abortion is one of those topics where people actually can change their mind. They can go from pro-choice, adamantly pro-choice, to pro-life, or at least
I
pro-life.
got to wait for my pants and my watch to get here today.
If you haven't seen these clips on social media, take a look.
How are you? What a beautiful kid that is. The gift from God.
She truly is.
And the shirt and socks that were supposed to come yesterday actually came late last night. I guess they must have done some late deliveries trying to get their shit out. That was a day behind. Because Amazon messaged me yesterday and said, your shipment will be late. Even though it was an hour from my house, they were like, you can request a refund if you don't want to wait. I was like, no, I'll just wait. It's like, you guys will have it to me tomorrow by the latest, but they ended up coming up like later at night. And it was just a shirt and a pack of socks.
Together and put dads back in the thing. Unfortunately, in the black community,
It was like four of us all wear the same socks. Like two teenagers and Sarah.
I know it's crazy, right?
Pretty much all just wear the same damn socks, black ankle socks. So I just ordered a pack of those.
It's a tricky topic to talk with young people, especially young women on campus. A lot of young women have had abortions, chemical abortions, and I frankly learned through watching his videos. He actually interviewed had talked about this tragic experience and they're having them in their courtrooms. And they didn't want to, they were told it was nothing. It was like taking a Tylenol. And all of a sudden they were having this procedure in their
What you up to, Randy?
and it's very traumatic. So after that, I talked to Chris Hawkins from some school. We're just the same work organization.
Oh shit, I fell asleep last night. We go to here. Oh, this is Joe. Gotta get this link for David. Second here.
People were writing to me personally saying, I used to be pro-choice, and then I saw a video.
Who were you talking to? When you looked over, Paul's chair was there and you were talking there, Justin.
I was just talking to the chick. I was just
Okay.
explaining my little dilemma I had with Amazon yesterday. Because last night I was supposed to get my delivery at 3 yesterday afternoon. And at like 5, I got a thing on my account saying, oh, you can request a refund because your shipment's running late. But it was literally at their facility an hour away. They were a little behind, but then it ended up coming late last night. So they must have had a couple drivers come in and do deliveries late in the
Okay.
evening. It got here, I think it was like 8 or 9 when I saw it was out on the porch.
Wow.
So
Oh.
no, Ed, you can't keep Windows 10.
on social media. See, we've had the opportunity over these past few days as we
Where
honor.
the hell is this thing now?
Has shown the compassion that even if you disagree,
Well, I got 93. Boy, I hate that.
Conversations, a lot of young women in particular feel,
I hate when I gotta have an even number of the pictures I take.
what Charlie
And I hate when I got an odd number because it means I'm missing one.
has doesn't mean that you are doomed by your past. You can
Still working on the pictures, huh?
I finished yesterday, but then I gotta load up to each page
Or
Oh, okay.
and load up on the internet. But I take my time doing that. Like right now I'm doing I'm getting ready to load each page, but I've got a what you call it. One of them I gotta go find.
Oh,
Put it
nice,
in the
Randy.
list.
Got no kids today, huh? Dusty, no kids. Ah, what a beautiful thing. Yeah, I like the ones that go right below my ankle bone, Edward.
Allegedly be
But 4 of us all wear the same socks, so I just buy a couple new packs of socks every few months because they get lost, they get ruined.
criminal illegal.
The only one that wears different socks is Aubrey because she's a little
There it is.
smaller and younger. Yeah.
3624. I gotta get 3624.
What do you mean
Bet
they
you that's
look like baby wipes? Are those really thin white ankle socks, Dusty?
$1 billion partnership will reportedly focus on artificial intelligence and semiconductors, among other things. But first, King Charles and other members of the royal family are expected to greet the president with a ceremonial welcome, including a carriage procession to
Nope.
Oh, did you see the video of her over Charlie in the casket? That was sad.
Yeah.
Then she put his
Well, they
medal.
said that's Charlie in the casket. They didn't show his face.
That was him. They just didn't show his face out of respect for her.
American $600,000.
That's just going down one of those stupid conspiracy rabbit holes. I'm not
I know.
gonna. I don't entertain those.
Raising kids, owning a home, making it a little tougher on
He's gonna be with Elvis and who else? Let's see.
Especially when
Michael
they try.
Jackson.
Especially when they were trying to say his close security guard that he's been friends with for years, who was professional security, was doing hand signals to the fucking sniper. Fuck off. I don't want to
Yeah,
hear
I
that
saw that.
bullshit. That dude's been doing his security for years. One of his really good friends. He's not giving hand signals to a fucking sniper. He scratched his nose and adjusted his hat.
Yep.
Give me a fucking break. All it is people trying to start stupid bullshit. What's up, Jonathan? I can't see you, but I saw Randy said hi to you. So.
Oh, come on. So you threw any ships, Paul?
No, it's been hazy here this morning. Not foggy, but hazy. You know what I mean? You can see a little bit of it, but it's cleared a little bit. But it was to the point where, if that boat was there, it would be like hazed out.
Well, you say that, but that's never stopped you before. You know? That's done. That's not what I want. That's what I want.
So you gonna go fly today, Joe?
I might. I charged up the batteries, so I might.
Which one you gonna fly?
The best one,
The the, the
Mavic 3.
Neo? All right.
The Mavic 3.
Oh, I thought you were gonna fly the Neo.
You're hard to like, Paul.
Mm.
What's up, Jonathan?
Justin.
What?
Just to be expected.
I wasn't even coming up here this morning, but I saw somebody I recognized.
Well,
Captain Joe. What you do with Grandpa, man? Where Grandpa go?
He's gone, man. I'm tired. I didn't want people to think I was old like Paul.
why does having a beard make you old though? I see high schoolers with beards.
It make him look old as hell.
No, it didn't.
Digital was good.
I don't think it
Yeah.
did. I think it filled in your face quite well.
Now I was thinking about just doing a little strip, but then I'm looking at Paul right now. Oh hell no!
Yeah, we
I'm
gonna
not
call
doing
you.
it.
We're gonna call you Paul II then.
Yeah,
That's
but
why I'm not
yours
doing it.
was, I don't know, yours was thicker than Paul's.
Oh yeah,
I thought it
but I
looked
have
nice
one spot
myself.
right over here, right over freaking here, that right there wouldn't grow.
I
had
got
like
one of
looked
those too on
like
one
I
side.
shaved it.
But the thing is, if you keep it nice and trimmed, anybody's beard looks fine as long as it stays trimmed. Now, people
Now-
that got those big, long, bushy beards and they don't trim them, those look
Yeah.
disgusting.
Now I like the off my chin. I like the way that looked, but I couldn't stand the mustache.
Once every week or two, you need to do if you got a big beard, you need to go around it and trim the edges of it and take
Yeah.
about a quarter inch off. Because it
I
does
was
make a
gonna
difference.
leave that right there, but I changed my mind.
Well, the next thing you know, you'll be buzzing your head. Go for the buzzed head look.
I got the buzzed head look. Look, that's kind of real short on the side.
I'm telling you, dude, if you grew that beard back out or the way you had it, and then dye your hair and your beard, I'm telling you, it'd knock off 10, 15 years.
He knocked off about 20.
Jonathan, how are you doing, my friend?
I don't know. I'm still debating about this hobby thing. I
The
don't know
what?
if I want Still debating about this hobby business.
Oh, you mean flying drones?
Yeah.
What you mean talking about like going like professional 107 or just not doing it at all?
Just
Not
not doing it at all.
Wow, I never thought I'd hear you say that. You were always
Yeah.
one of the ones that was always like, "No, fuck that. I love my drones." When you'd say shit
Oh,
like
don't get me wrong now. I love my
that.
birds, but all this madness going on with DJI and the government, it's like they headstrong on knocking DJI out of the box.
I haven't heard shit in like over a month though. It seems like it kind of fell out of the headlines at least. I mean, if they're doing anything behind the scenes, it's one thing, but
And the only thing of keeping it in the headlines is a few channels getting clickbait.
well, like I said, I haven't really
Yeah.
seen anything on the news because there's been so much other shit going on. But I'm sure they're still working on it. It's just not making headline news any.
Yeah, right now it's all this who want to attack who business going on and so-called aliens coming to Earth. But come December, they gonna be right back on our asses with it, because that's supposed to be when the deadline hits.
That's what's funny is I kept seeing those channels posting those pictures as thumbnails, and it was like, oh, the James Webb's telescope caught a picture of it. Look, and you could tell it's an alien ship. But yeah, no, not anybody like that has any legitimacy, whether they're a reporter on YouTube, mainstream media, nothing. None of them have reported on that at all. And you would think if the James Webb telescope actually caught something like that, everybody would be talking about it. Now, somebody just made a stupid ass AI photo, and then all these damn AI channels started reposting it as clickbait.
Mm.
They didn't discover anything. Everybody we'd all be getting ready for fucking alien invasion at this point.
Alien invasion? I don't know. I'll be packing up, waiting for them to land and be like, where's my room? I'm ready to go.
Oh, you gonna be like that girl on Independence Day up on the building with the sign. Oh God, I hope they bring back Elvis.
Like, before y'all start blowing shit up, take me with you.
Like I said, if I could experience one thing before I die, it'd be an alien invasion. I just want to see an alien for real. Even if I'll only last 5 minutes in that fight.
I'll be ready to go. Ready to go.
Or even if we just don't fight, I would just like to see an actual alien ship come in the atmosphere, and it'd be fucking massive, and it'd make everybody around the world be talking about it. Just want to see something crazy like that.
Independence Day.
Yeah,
That shit would be cool as hell though. It would. But I get in trouble because I'd literally be trying to go in the ship. Like, yeah.
Yeah. If you getting ready to take off, look and say, "Who the hell are you?"
Mm-hmm. Stowaway. I'll be dead up in
Who
there.
the hell are you?
Joe, you need to look
Yes, sir.
away right now. Justin, Paul, this may be your level of 3D printing.
What is that?
There you
It's
go.
Where's that at?
Sam's Club. 230 quid. $230 in Sam's Club.
Wow.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Printing for everybody.
Is it a plug and go, or you got to do all that stuff that y'all got to do?
I'm guessing the fact that it says 3D printing for everybody will be a plug and go.
Yeah, because that looks like something that's designed for more kids to get into it.
It looks like it was going to be small too.
Yeah.
Oh
real
yeah, that's
smart.
desk
Yeah,
desk
about this
size
big
for sure.
probably.
Nah, a little bit bigger than that. I would say probably maybe 7 or 8 by 7 or 8.
They're not shoulder
Somewhere
size.
in there.
Zoom in.
Well, our news is overshadowing your news at the moment.
Yes, because of Ricky Hatton dying.
Ricky Hatton died.
Who's that?
Who the hell's
Who the
that?
hell is that?
Ricky
Oh,
Hatton
shit!
he's
No.
a boxer.
He kicked the ass out of a lot of Americans.
I have no idea who that is.
Oh, I
even
never
even
heard
when
of
you
him.
say boxer.
Never heard of him.
I haven't never followed boxing, so unless
He's
it's like
only-
Mike Tyson or
He's
somebody
only in
like
his
that.
40s.
Yeah, he was only 46.
Never
But I'm
heard of him.
saying But if it's, unless it's a boxer that did like acting or
No, he wasn't a heavyweight.
something outside of boxing, I don't know who the fuck they are.
You letting me do all of this, huh?
No,
Like George
but,
Foreman did the grills and all that.
He was a title holder, though, wasn't he?
yes, but he was. There's not the releasing the details of his death yet.
No, I
Because
think it was
a
a
member
mutual.
of, it seems strange. A
Because you
member
know I
of
don't hurt
Club
you.
League found his body at his home.
Well, what title did he have? The anonymous title or what?
Do you know?
He was a big boxer.
Oh, he
He
had some
was-
kind of championship belt or something.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah, he won lots of fights.
What's his name?
Ricky
Hatton, Hatton.
Ricky.
Like I said, I just don't follow boxing, so I have no idea who all the big boxers are out there. Like Mike
Jonathan,
Tyson,
do you know who that is?
No, I never heard of him.
yeah,
Unless
unless they're
it's that little short Mexican dude.
nah,
No, he's not Mexican. He's from Liverpool, I think.
the only
From
boxers
a
I know
Your
are
area,
like I said,
Mark.
Was he Manchester?
Stockport.
All right.
Lived in Hyde.
like I said, the only boxers I know are ones that became famous for something else outside of boxing.
Well, Hyde's only about 4 miles away.
Mhm.
He was a big promoter of Blackpool then, huh?
Nah.
I doubt it.
He was a Man City fan. Right, that printer is apparently 26 centimeters by 26 centimeters.
That's 10 by 10.
Yeah, I was thinking about 8 somewhere. In
Yeah, I
there,
looked
so
on the
it's a little
Sam's
bit bigger.
website over here. I
That's
don't
not
see
bad.
it.
That's not a bad price. Yeah, but that's over in England though too. It's
Oh,
probably
it's
about the same as over.
Sam's Club ain't over here.
Yeah, we haven't got Sam's Club.
Oh, I thought you guys
This
did.
is in the US. Someone's taken that picture in the US. I put it on the
That
3D
still
print.
don't mean that every one of them carries the same thing though.
The price wouldn't be in dollars if it was over here.
I didn't even look at the prices. I just was looking
Apparently,
at the
it's a one-touch 3D print.
right. It's
They-
made for kids.
Yeah,
That's exactly
it's a
what it's
one.
marked
No. It's a one-touch 3D print. You haven't met Paul. Paul, go over there and show him how it's not one-touch.
I have no interest in 3D printing whatsoever.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if you couldn't even put your own STL files in there. It probably just has thousands of files already on a card that are preset for that printer. You probably can't even put your own on there.
No, you can put your own on. But apparently, someone's printed a 3D clock on it.
Well, I'm sure you you
Hey,
probably
what in the hell?
can. But what I'm saying is they probably designed it with a card with like 10,000 prints on it. And it's for kids to just be able to go through a list and pick one and press start and it just does it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's about as easy as you can make it for a
Probably
kid.
gonna tell now who my father was.
Yeah, but a lot of these kid 3D prints, you can thingy, still download the FTL files and send them to them because it's got Wi-Fi. built in.
There you go.
There you go. So I say, wait a minute. All this time we've been begging for you to come through here and bring it through here, and you let
Yeah,
us
but
know
if you
you mean
just
to
spent
tell
like
me.
$100 more, you get an actual printer.
There is
You know,
that.
Well, the thing of it is I can see kids running around the house. Daddy, I need more filament. Daddy, I need more filament. Give me more filament.
No, I could see a kid using up the filament in it and getting bored with it. And
So I ain't gonna lie, I
throwing it up
got
in the
pissed.
trash.
Got on the phone.
Kids get bored with shit real easy.
Folks hadn't heard.
For every
Paul
20
gets
kids,
aggravated quick, though.
but what I'm saying is for every 20 kids that buy a
But I
product,
didn't catch the text. I was on the game. I
only
didn't hear the
one's
phone.
probably going to stick with it for a long period of time.
Call. So when she called, she said, "You ain't get my text?" I said, "No, I was in the middle of doing something." She
Especially
said,
these.
"Oh, I text you."
Who
I
you
said, "You at
talking to,
home?" She
Jonathan?
said, "Yeah." I said, "Come over here." She said, "I'm
Who the
watching
hell's he
football."
talking to?
I said, "You watching football?" So my mind just straight went I've been asking you to come over here for years. You always got some bullshit ass excuse, and now you telling me because of football. But I don't say that to him. I'm saying it's running through my head real quick. So I said, okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna mute him because I think he's talking to somebody.
I think he's talking to someone else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like I said, only like 1 out of every
It was
20
funny
kids
though.
are-
Every time Justin spoke, he spoke over the top of Justin.
But every
Yeah,
every
no, it's
20
horrible, isn't it, Justin?
Oh, I'm gonna fucking mute all of you in a second. No, but what I'm saying is kids don't stick with things, so I could see a lot of kids getting bored with that printer.
Yeah,
after
what you
too long.
saying?
They're screwing with you, just
All right, the only one I'm not muting is Mark because he's not a dick.
I'd actually stopped. So
Oh,
unmute-
so I figured out what happened with Joe. We figured out Joe's computer last night.
Yeah.
So
What did we?
when he's putting in all 4 sticks, it's dropping it from 2333, right? Is what it was set at.
To 10 something.
Yeah. So it's dropping the speeds down to like 1,000 and some change on the speeds. Where
Yeah.
it should be at 3,200. But when we got into the BIOS, we switched it to 3,200. It booted into safe mode. What I think the problem is I think that his computer isn't putting enough power into the RAM, because the minute he added the other 2 sticks, or took 2 of the sticks out, it went back up to 2,300.
Okay. Next question. Are all the sticks the same? Same brand, same make, everything.
No.
There's your problem.
That's
Well,
not
it's-
always a
it's
problem
all
these days,
Corsair.
though.
They are
Some
pairs,
are pros and some are pro vengeance.
There you go. Right.
but they
Your
are
RAM, wait, just a minute, Mark. All your
pairs.
RAM sticks, yeah, have to be exactly the same.
No, they don't.
no.
Yes, they do. They
No,
have to
they
be the
not
same
on
speed.
newer
Oh.
motherboards. That's
Oh
not
yeah,
an
they're the
issue.
same speed.
They have to be
telling
the
you.
same speed, the same clock, the same thing. So
It is-
where he's got pro and pro,
They're the same speed, same clock.
The only
but you
difference
got pro.
is
One's a pro, one's not.
exactly.
but the only difference is the lighting on it. That's it.
Trust me, that'll be your problem. You get
No, the
four.
lighting's on it too. There's
Yeah.
lighting on all 4.
No, but what I'm saying is the only difference between the two, on the specs wise, is the pros are a little bit bigger, right?
Yeah, they're a little bit bigger.
It's it.
That's your problem. If you've got 2 different RAM sticks, even just slight difference, it will drop them down to the slower speed.
But they're not. They're 2 pairs of RAM sticks.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why. Way up. If you put one of each stick in, yeah, you'll have the same problem. You put 2 in, you go back to the top speed. Swap them round, you still have the top speed.
Yeah, but
Long as the silver's all the same, you'll get the top speed. If you've got
His-
different, it will drop it.
But all
His-
4 of them are the same speed.
Doesn't matter. They're a different mate.
But they're
Completely.
the same. You just say
Same company. It
drop
doesn't
it
matter.
to
Same company, different specs.
No, the
You're-
only difference is one's
say-
low profile and one's not. That's it.
Exactly.
same
the
step.
Difference.
to the top.
They
to the
have
top.
to be exactly the same to get the max out of them.
You're
I
saying
have
it
a
drop
problem.
it to the lowest speed, but there is no
What-
lowest speed. They're all the same speed.
What I'm
No, there is
saying
a
though
lower
is
speed.
the
lowest speed
RAM.
that your board will take.
What I'm saying is the RAM chip
Oh.
itself is identical. The only difference is one is made for a low profile setting and one's not. That's it.
Exactly. So they're different.
No, the metal casing
I'm
that
gonna go
goes
show
around
y'all.
it,
Hold
the
on a
heat
minute.
Low
sink.
profile, one's not.
That's the only
Trust me.
difference is the heat sink. That's it.
Right.
The
Hold
metal
on.
heat sink, one's low profile, one's not. It's
Right.
for the RAM chip itself is exactly the same.
Right.
I'm
Joe.
gonna, hold on. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go pull it. Hold on.
Right. Well,
Talk to
Joe, try it this way. Put one of each stick in, one low pro, one low other. Put them in. See what happens. Right? If it drops, there you go. That's your problem. If it doesn't, then you've got a dodgy stick on one of them. Only
I
takes
know.
your stick and it will drop. But I'm telling you that
If it was a bad
look
stick,
the
his
same- the
computer
same
wouldn't
spec.
turn on at all though.
because my computer here.
That's actually what it was doing there, Justin. It was coming on and telling me it was a hardware problem, remember? But wait, when I
Yeah,
had all
but that
four
was-
in, it was still going at what you call it. It was
Right,
going at the
but it
32
lowered the speed. I know what it is. It's a voltage
Yeah.
problem. You're gonna
Hold on,
have
I'm gonna show
to.
you.
That's why I told Joe he's gonna have to take it in because I'm not doing it because I don't want to fuck his computer up because I don't have the money to pay him if I fuck it up. He needs to take it to a computer store and have them go in and manually reset the voltage for the RAM. It's not reading the voltage correctly.
Right. Well, that's a problem with the RAM stick because your motherboard supplies the same voltage to the RAM all the time. Whether you got one stick in, two sticks in, or four, it will still provide the same voltage. What will happen is if one is faulty, it will have a knock-on effect on the others. If one's slightly different, one's higher voltage, it will go for the lower voltage. It will automatically pick the lower voltage. That's how it works.
What I'm saying is if one of the sticks was bad though, his computer wouldn't even turn on.
Yes, it would.
No, it wouldn't.
It depends on what configuration that dodgy stick is, and it depends on what the problem is. But I still think ones are going to be a higher voltage than the other, and that'll be why it's cutting down and going to the lower speed. So that's what your motherboard is meant to do. It's supposed to have a fail-safe in it.
Okay, let me read it to you. The original one I put in there is a Corsair Vengeance RGB Pro 64, 2x32, DDR 3200, PC4 25600, C16 desktop memory, right?
Right.
The new one is a Vengeance RGB Pro SL. Let's see, the other one didn't have an SL in it. Okay. 64 gig, 3200 C16, but the other one said C16, and it said ultra bright LEDs, the same thing, tight response times, Intel XP 2.0 black. Now the other one didn't say that.
Right. So you've got already. I've seen 3 different descriptions that are wrong in there.
Well,
I
the
know,
SLs are
but-
different, and the Intel XP 2.0 is different.
All the Intel XP is that's what you turn on to your BIOS if you're using an Intel CPU. That's it.
Basically, get your 2 RAM sticks, put them into
There's nothing-
Google, and ask if they're compatible. Put exactly the same specs in that's on your RAM sticks and put them if they're compatible.
The Intel thing has nothing to do with your computer. XMP is just what you turn on if you want to overclock your RAM. That's all that is. In order to manually adjust your RAM speeds, you have to turn on XMP in your BIOS.
I've got a 64 gig stick and 2 32 gig sticks, and none of them will match with these 16 sticks. And
Yeah, I
yet,
got-
same brand, everything's the same. It's just two are 32, 164, and these 2 are 16s.
I got 4 16s in my computer running at 3200, and 2 of them are different than the other 2. Completely
They
different
shouldn't run.
brands. Completely different brands.
They
And
shouldn't
I
run.
can, they run at the correct speeds because I set it at that. And I adjusted the voltage correctly for it. But I'm not doing that on Joe's because it's not my computer. I'll experiment with my own computer, but I ain't doing it with somebody else's. What we did last night, just adding it and turning XMP on to manually adjust the RAM speeds.
You
that
can
doesn't
mix
do
RAM
anything.
brands, but for optimal stability and performance, it's recommended that match RAM modules by generation, DDR4, MA8, voltage, timings, latency. Mixing RAM brands will force all modules to run at speeds of the slowest stick,
Yeah, I don't have
Okay,
which
that.
can
this is-
reduce
this is
the
what it
overall
says.
performance of your system.
Okay, David, this is what it says. It says, yes, the two memory kits are highly likely to be compatible with each other on your system because they're both DDR RAM 32 C16 64. He said the same course from the same Corsair family, but it's essential to check your motherboard's RAM compatibility list for the guaranteed compatibility, especially like XMP. What's XMP?
XMP is what you turn on when you want to manually adjust your speeds, like we did last night. That's what we had to do last night when we set it to manual and you
Yeah,
scroll
when
down.
we did that last night, it locked up. We couldn't get it on. And Justin said, go find the battery to pull the battery so we can clear it. And we couldn't find it.
Yeah, I think your
we-
battery's behind your water, your
That's probably
cooler
where it's
for
at.
your air cooler
So
for your
we pulled all the RAM,
CPU.
put 2 back, and it worked. It came back on.
Yeah.
Right, because what that did was it forced your BIOS to
Okay.
readjust because it only had
Right.
2 sticks.
Joe,
Yeah.
you've got 2 RAM sticks and they work. Yeah. You need
Right.
to take them 2 RAM sticks out and put the other 2 back in. If you've got 4 slots, it should go in slot 1 and 3. Make sure
Right.
it's slot 1 and 3. Right? And then try them again.
Now let me ask you. Let me ask you a
Also says
question.
here, yeah, RGB RAMs, yeah, may have a problem with your voltage. So that could be another problem. You've got
That's what I
4
just said.
RGBs, but I don't think that is. I think you'll find that if you put the other 2 sticks in, if the computer switches on and you get the same speed, then it's compatibility between the 2 RAM sticks on your motherboard.
Okay, let me tell you what happened.
You always
Remember-
go for the same stick, same RAM, same everything.
Okay, let me tell you. Last night I put the new sticks in, and that's when we got it to reboot. And it was going at 2144, whatever it was. And I told Justin, well, maybe I ought to switch it back. And he said, leave it alone. So I switched it back. So I got the ones I had in originally, and they came on the same way.
All right. Download a program called Spec. You've got Specky, haven't you?
Yeah, I do.
Right. Go into Specky, put the 2 RAM sticks in, and screenshot the information that Specky gives you for your RAMs and match them up. That will give you if there's a compatibility issue. If they're different, anything different, that's where your issue is.
Okay. I'm not gonna go back and put the old ones in right now.
No, not right now, but later. Just use Specky on your new ones. Get your screenshot. Do Specky on your old ones. Match them together, the 2 pictures, and see what you've got.
I might do that.
Can you also turn off the RGB on them?
You can.
Well, try that as well. I don't think that's your issue. I just think it's a compatibility issue. Because
I could put all 4 in. Like I said, I could put all 4 in, but it'll run at 1,000 something.
yes, because
Yeah.
what you see what it is, some are high profile, yeah, so they're having more voltage, and then you got your low voltage ones, and what it'll do, it will go for the low voltage. Your 2 high voltage ones are now not running at optimal speed because
Right.
they're getting a lower voltage because the other 2 have set the voltage, and it'll always go for the lowest, always. And because the top 2 are not running at your optimal speed, they're going to be slowed down to the other 2, and then it's going to be slowed down again because they're trying to match each other. Yeah,
So if it's doing that, why
trying to
can't
get the profile where it's matching?
So why couldn't you adjust the power voltage?
You can, but you don't want to do that if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to, because your motherboard should be giving the max voltage that your RAM sticks need.
That's
For
not always
all
the
4.
case, though.
And then it will have a fail safe to go for the lowest voltage that each RAM stick needs. As soon as it hits that lower voltage, that's the one. For
Yeah,
all
but
of
that's not always the case with motherboards because J2 Sense has done tons of videos
what brand computer have you got?
where
Lenovo.
motherboards are defaulting
There you
to the
go.
lowest possible speeds on stuff when it comes to CPUs and the RAM speeds. This is a common issue with a lot of motherboard manufacturers.
You've got
Like
to
I said,
remember, he has got a generic motherboard. It's not like an Asus or anything like that. It's one made for Lenovo. Hence why they control the BIOS, why they control everything. It's made for Lenovo themselves. It's
Well, I
silent
told
error.
him. Well, he doesn't need to be messing with anything in the BIOS without somebody
Wait
telling
up a
him.
minute. Did you say you got 264s in there?
Yeah, I got 232s in it.
You got 232s. That's all right. Because if you had 264s, I spotted another problem. Windows maxes out at 128.
Yeah, because it'll let me go. I got 4 slots. So I should be able to max out at one. I could do one. I get to 128. It reads it all. Like I said, it just lowers the speed.
Yeah, it lowers the speed.
Why?
And it's just lowering the speed on me.
Also, check your processor through Specky when you get your processor up. Check it's compatible with your RAM because that might be another issue. If your processor can't take 128, because mine can only take 64, I found out. Yeah, and mine's an Ryzen 5.
Well, mine says it. Mine says you can do 128
on the processor itself, not the motherboard, the processor. So, what processor have you got?
I'll tell you in a minute.
Do you have a processor, Joe?
I might have a processor. I am analyzing my processor. I have an Intel Core i7 11700.
Down.
11th gen.
Right, it says it all depends on memory type, but it should be 128 and 64 for certain memory types.
The motherboard is a Lenovo 3733.
There you go. Lenovo motherboards may slow RAM when using 32 gig sticks due to the increased strain on your CPU's memory controller, which can lead to instability and inability to reach the advertised speed. To fix this, all 4 RAM modules are to be exactly identical. Check the motherboard's qualified vendor list, QVL. Update the BIOS if necessary. Consider disabling XMP EXPO to run at lower speeds or using only 2 sticks of RAM. So there you go. It's a compatibility issue.
That's what I thought all along.
Yeah.
That's your problem, Paul. Compatibility issues. Your computer's not compatible with you.
Yeah.
That's what it thinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm running right now at 2133
Yeah.
with 2 sticks.
But you should be running at 32.
Right.
So already there's a compatibility between them 2 sticks. There's somewhat slowing your RAM on them
They're
2
not
sticks.
they're not identical sticks, right?
They are identical.
Well, they might be, but it, like I said, only takes one to have a minor fault. You know, one of their processors of it naffed or one of your pins is scratched or something like that, and he takes a knock.
Go
But
buy a new computer, Joe. That'll fix it.
No.
it won't. You might have the same issue. Because it's not just a Lenovo issue. This is common across all computers.
Well, it runs good with the 2. He says I was trying to give me a lot more.
Well, the thing is, if you used all 4, you would still have, you know, enough to give you a, you know, more than what you'll need because you got the one.
No, when I had all 4 going yesterday, and I was working on Lightroom, I was my feed on with Zoom. I'll put it this way: when I was doing something on Lightroom that took 6 seconds, it was taking 50 seconds.
Yeah. Also, running Zoom at the same time, right? Zoom is actually made. It will max out your processor and your RAM because it takes as much as it can to do all that sound suppression shit.
Yeah.
I've seen people with new freaking 9s and shit have struggles with Zoom.
Well, like right now, I'm not having that problem I was having. I could do the same thing, and I'm getting 6 to 8 seconds on it. But as soon as I put that, when it dropped that 10, whatever it was, that was bullshit.
Well, Zoom is an issue.
Yeah, I figured Zoom had a big issue in it.
Because the more you put in to your RAM, the more Zoom will take. And then obviously the more Zoom's taking on your RAM. Because like when I do my Euro trucks, it's always Zoom that takes up most of it. I can play my game pretty straightforward. Yeah. Only using probably like 10% of my RAM. As soon as Zoom loads, zoink. Just
I'm
nabs
going to have to hang on my garden bed with the watering lot. Probably for the first week until these students.
So check your compatibility. Make sure your 2 RAM sticks are the same. You know, you've not mixed the 2 up.
Yeah, well, the 2 I got right now are the same.
The 2 new ones.
No, these are the 2 old ones I had in there.
2 old ones, right.
Yeah, the 2 new ones are back in the pack.
Well, like I said, also with Specky, if you put the new ones in and you run Specky, it will tell you if you've been sold some dud RAMs. Because that is quite common on Amazon and eBay. When you buy RAM,
what will it say?
It will tell you your RAM speeds. Yeah.
Oh.
It's a common thing on Amazon and eBay. They'll tell you, oh, it's a free 200. And they'll put a sticker on it. That's all it is. It's a sticker. Yeah. Most people just put it in the computer and just go, that'll do. They don't notice the speed like you do. Because you're doing more.
Let me do this. I'm gonna go to IQ. Okay. IQ is telling me not IQ. I'm gonna do task. Hold on. On the task manager, it's telling me. Let's see. Hold on.
Yeah, but Task Manager won't tell you the information about your RAM stick.
Okay, it's telling me right now on the speed and Task Manager, it's telling me 2133.
Yeah,
okay.
But it will tell you each stick profile, everything.
Okay, now that's in Task Manager. I'm gonna leave that running right there. Then we'll go to Specky. Okay. Specky tells me a different thing. Okay. Specky tells me, it says it's analyzing. Let's see. It's saying that my RAM frequency is 1064.
Specky's
so why are they telling me difference?
Yeah, my Specky suddenly started telling me mine's at 1330. Well, that better
So why is it different?
Good question. But go down into that You see where it says SPD?
Yep.
If you go down there, it will give you all the details like your size, DDR4, your size, your manufacturer,
Mine don't show me that.
size,
Oh, never mind. It does.
max
When I
bandwidth.
click on the different ones. Yeah, it says frequency. It's got like 18 different things. It says, okay, here you go. It says, now, okay, listen to this. Now, this is my question. It says DDR4 maximum bandwidth, right?
Yeah,
It says 1066.
yeah.
So my question is, why is it supposed to be 3200 and not saying 1066?
Yeah.
Bandwidth and speed aren't the same.
Okay. That's what I wanted to know. It says speed extension XMP. Now the other one said XMP too. So it looks to me, I might have to do that, put that other one in. It looks to me like they're compatible. I mean, exactly compatible.
You see on Specky as well, where you got that little timing table.
Yeah,
Click that,
I
and
did.
yeah, and then you should say your last one. Mine says XMP 3200, and it should say 1.350. So if you
Let's see. Hold on. On the timing, right?
yeah,
XMP, the last one says 3200, 16 megahertz, 16 is the latency.
yeah,
It says 2020, 38, and then under TRC doesn't have anything.
yeah,
And
same here.
voltage is 1.35 volts.
Right. Make sure
And
if you go to the
and
second stick, make sure they match,
it match.
and they all match. And check that your max bandwidth matches. They should do because they're working.
Max bandwidth says 1066, but it don't show 1080 match. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're both 1066.
Yep.
Yeah, when you put the other two in, do that the same and just check.
Joe,
Yo.
what was wrong with your computer that you started messing with it in the first place?
That just seemed like when I was doing a lot of pictures with in Lightroom, it got to the point
No,
where
no. I mean, before you started doing all them upgrades and stuff, what was wrong with your computer?
Nothing. You just wanted
Nothing.
more RAM and more
I
speed.
wanted more because I
Right,
didn't want it to hang
that's
up.
what I'm looking for right there. Nothing. Okay. You ever heard the saying? If it ain't broke, don't fix it?
Shit, all the lights I got on my car, I ain't touching nothing.
Well, nothing wrong with your computer, and you wanted to do this, that, the third with it, and now it's acting crazy.
No, he just wanted to make it so that the software ran quicker by getting more RAM.
Yeah, that's what I want. Uncle Bill.
But he didn't need to do that. It was running perfectly.
Yeah, but slow.
Hey, Bill.
Road again.
Hi.
I
Hi,
just
guys.
can't
It's
wait to
normal.
get on.
Just so you know, I'm listening to you guys. It's normal for it to show half the RAM speed. It's DDR, double data rate. So when you look at those tables, it always shows half what the potential of the RAM is. So if you've got RAM that's I don't know, 3200, it's going to show up as 1600 there. That's how it works. That's why you're showing lower numbers. It's dual data rate.
But when I had all four sticks on it, it was running at 10 something.
Right. Well, it's
And
going to
it
run
seemed
at, it's going to run at, you got to control. Your controlling set is the second and fourth slot away from the CPU, and that's the primary. That's bank 0, and the other one's bank 1. And the controlling set sets So if you got a set of sticks that runs a little slower in that particular setup, you want that in the primary spot, because you don't want a controlling set that's faster than the second set. You're gonna end up with all kinds of RAM errors, by the way. So you want to experiment and switch the banks, see what happens. Because I can't see what you guys are doing. 'Cause I'm driving, obviously, but
Yeah, 'cause both of the sticks have the same specs basically. They're both Corsairs. One of them's got a lower profile. Is the only thing I can see. It has one difference in it. But the specs look the same. And now, if I put them on spec, I'll have to find out for sure if they're the same.
you'd be surprised how RAM will have all the identical specs, right? I happened to me just recently, and you buy it and it should work in a motherboard that does, but your RAM is working. You're just concerned about the speed, but they don't work
Right.
even though it's got all the right specs, because there's something in that table that motherboard they never wrote into the BIOS to support that particular setup, so the RAM just fails. You know what I mean? Not that it's necessarily bad RAM, it just doesn't get along with that particular motherboard BIOS and whatever setup you got there. But
Right.
you're running. You're not sure about the speeds. If it's showing 1066, it's running at twice that. You know, that's it. That's it. But you can try swapping banks and see what you come up with, but it's probably going to be the same thing, I'd imagine. Why not?
What he wants to do is run 4 sticks.
Sure.
That's where he's having his problem once he puts all 4 sticks in.
Well, when you have 2 sticks in, what does it say it runs at?
It's running at 21. What was it? 21 something.
And is this supposed to be 40? Is this supposed to be 4200 RAM?
3200.
32. And it's showing 2100.
Right.
With 2 sticks, you're getting 21, but with 4 sticks, you're getting 10.
That
Yep.
doesn't even make any real sense, to be honest.
Take
with
the
you.
other 2 sticks. Yeah, take the other
3200 shouldn't run at 21 to begin with. But it all depends on your RAM timings and your BIOS. You have to go in there and play around. I mean, you tried the XMP profile. Is that what you said? Is that what I heard?
Yeah, we did that. We actually yesterday we upped it to. They actually showed the stick in the BIOS, and we clocked it to 3200, and it would go into safe mode and beep 4 times, saying that it had a hardware incompatibility.
Right. So, but it did. I mean, there was an XMP profile in there for that. That you just. In other words, it's like a preset. You selected that, and that's what happened.
I have to go back and look. I don't remember that. There was something underneath the stick. I can't
Well,
remember what it was.
again, there's a possibility, like I said, that the new RAM sticks, that brand, whatever one of those timings, is just not matching the other one's timings at the same speed. So it's defaulting to a slow, safe speed,
Right.
and that could be what's going on.
Yeah, because when I had the 4 sticks in and I was on Zoom, that my feed, I
there
could
we
see
go.
myself being choppy, and my stuff was running like I was doing a AI denoise on a picture. It was taking me 6 seconds. When I had the 4 sticks in it, it was taking 50 seconds with Zoom on.
And there you
When I
go,
took-
Joe. We've just gone
When I
full
changed
circle.
it, when I changed it, when I went back to 2 of them, it dropped. I also had Backblaze popped in. It was trying to save stuff off my computer. I had 2 or 3 things going on, but when it was going on like that again with 2 sticks in it, I never had the issue.
Right.
So it's
There you go. We've gone full circle back to the speeds must match.
yeah.
Right.
Just
So
work with 2 sticks.
2
It's
sticks is
working
for
with
now,
two
fine.
sticks.
if you can possibly find the exact same model, and by the way, you can peel those if you're concerned about being ripped off by fake stickers. Pull the sticker back, get yourself some cheaters, read the tiny little number that's on the chips that are on the board, and you'll be surprised. And Google that, the information you'll find out, and what kind of RAM you actually have. You can identify it just by looking up the actual Hynix chips or whatever's on there, Samsung
Right.
chips, whatever they.
Where did you get the
they'll
RAM
be-
from,
Yeah.
Joe?
Amazon.
Can you send it back?
Yeah, the new one I could send back in.
Yeah,
The other
right.
one's old. Other one I had
Because
for a while.
another thing that you might want to consider, right? Like Bill said about your 1 and 3, 2 and 4, your configuration, you might be better off just getting 2 64 sticks and
Right.
keep two slots free because it makes a difference.
Right.
You know, it's starting to remind me of Animal Farm. This 2 sticks good, 4 sticks bad.
Yeah, because I went on Amazon last night and I wrote a deal on it and they said I could return it. You know, so
Yeah. I'd just return and try and get 2 64s and see if that
yeah,
works.
the difference in price on my I could find the ones I have in there, the 232s. It's like 270 for 2 of them. I paid like 150. That's what's got me mad about it. But this
Yeah.
one, these 2 were 188. You know,
Well,
so
like
it's
I said,
like
you get
a
2
big difference in price.
64s, you're going to pay a little bit more. But once you've got your 2 64s, then get up with Justin and do the XMP.
Well, I would make sure that your board supports 64.
It does. It takes up sports up to 128.
It says 128.
Does it 128?
Yeah.
And well, but you're doing it in two banks.
Yeah.
You're doing 64. 128 might be 32 times 4. You got to make sure that you look on to the motherboard manufacturer's site, and if you're ever worried about whether RAM is going to work or not, they'll have a nice long list of RAM compatibility on there that they've actually tested in house and
It's
how all it
Lenovo.
works. Yeah.
It's Lenovo. They haven't got that. But it does say on the Lenovo's website, it says you can have configuration of 1 to 8 with 4 32s or 2 64s.
Well, Lenovo, is this a laptop?
No.
Desktop.
Oh, okay. All right. No, well, I don't care. It's a Lenovo. When you crack it open, you can get the model number of the motherboard right on there.
It's a Lenovo motherboard.
Huh?
It's a Lenovo branded motherboard.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
37,
branded
32.
in-house. It's still branded.
in-house.
But do they actually make it manufactured?
Yes,
I don't.
it's in-house with Lenovo.
I'm still pretty sure you can get a list
Same.
of what's.
Yeah,
But
that's
you know
what I'm saying.
what you have is compatible. So in any case, try to get that exact same RAM. Yeah,
Right.
you might have to pay more for it, but you'll have compatibility.
Yeah, I might just leave the 2 in there because it's working perfect for me right now. I just wanted to get that extra little bump, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, well, it depends on what you're using it for. If you want super fast because you're gaming and you want or if you want volume because you want large chunks because you're doing video editing, you are better off staying where you are. As long as you're not getting any blue screens or any problems. Like I said, those timing tables have to be compatible with each other. You know, you saw probably 4 or 8 even, but usually 4 different timings. You know, with different speeds depending on that. And you're typically the one all the way to the right is the one you're on, which is the fastest one, hopefully, if it's set up right in the BIOS. But if the RAM timings are a little off, you can get by, but you may have occasional errors in blue screen.
Yeah, and it defaults to the lower speed.
Yeah, if it supports it.
Yeah.
And I mean, one RAM stick might not support. They may not mesh. You know. Anyway, RAM is funny like that. Over the years, working with it, you know, this is exactly the same, and yet they don't work. They don't play nice together. You know, but you gotta get exactly the same thing. I mean, one other way would be buy 2 more of the new ones. You know, because then they'll all match.
That is a good point.
As long as you can return them.
Yeah, it makes sense to me. Get the exact same ones, not because they're close to the same, but you want the exact same ones.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad we went full circle on that.
And if you have problems with that, then you know you
like David tried to tell you earlier.
just throw it all back if it doesn't work. You know, if you put 4 the exact same and you're still having speed issues, timing issues, whatever, then that's not the brand. Then that's not the model. I shouldn't say brand because it's the same brand as what you have. But that doesn't mean it was made at the same place, at the same factory, in the same whatever. That means they licensed it to whatever company to put that board together for them. Or they may put the board together and it's somebody else's chipset. I don't know. But whatever the case, if you have 4 of exactly the same and it's giving you problems, don't just send it back and don't get that, and try to find out what truly is right. But you're not having any problems with it, maybe just stick with it. I know you're tweaking it and toying with it because you want to overclock it. I tell you the truth, I bought a B660 board when I put my system together because I don't care about overclocking anymore. I used to play around with that shit all the time. It was fun. But the stuff has gotten so fast, the processing power has got, who needs it? You know what I mean? Oh, I tweaked another 7% out of my CPU. I mean, in real world application, you don't even notice that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got about an extra 3 seconds to go to the bathroom. It just, we're already to me, we're at a point where, yeah, overclocking is great, but it's more for enthusiasts than actual, because then you got cooling issues, you got, air transfer, this and that. You go all stock, you'll be rock solid and never be let down typically. And it's probably fast.
Overclocking.
It's probably already faster than you ever. You know what I mean? That's all. That's my thinking.
Like I said, I've seen people fry the motherboards by overclocking. They come over with computers and they gone, oh, it says I can overclock this to this, and they just whack it in. They forget that it came with a stock cooler. Yeah, you can overclock it, but you have to upgrade the cooler as well. And they don't, and it just goes poof. That's it. Game over.
But anyway, so you're running 128. That's pretty. That's quite a bit to begin with.
Well, he wants to.
Yeah, I want to. I'm running 64 right now.
All right. Well, even that.
That's not bad.
I mean, that's still pretty damn. I'm still working with 32. So
I'm still working with 32.
Yeah. Typically,
I do a lot of photo editing with Photoshop and with that. And when I get in Lightroom and I'm doing like 1,000 pictures, like last night, I did 1,000 pictures, and it was with I got about 500 into it with 4 sticks. And like I said, Backblaze started backing up my computer, and I could tell as soon as Backblaze kicks on. And I had Zoom on, and I noticed that I was jittering on my picture feed. So I went and turned on Backblaze, and what caught my attention was when I had an issue, I had to denoise something, and it was taking 6 seconds. It took 50 seconds.
Okay.
So that was Zoom eating that memory up too. I knew that. And then when I
that
later,
makes sense.
as soon as I got off of Zoom,
trying to do too much at one
I was
time.
back to 6 seconds.
Yeah,
So
and unfortunately, that's also a product of software that can be written better, because the software should be written to use it to have limits as to a certain percentage of the overall system RAM and the CPU. Otherwise, you're gonna if it's left to grab that much that you can't even run Zoom. I mean, that's because you got 64 gigs of RAM. So that thing is using a shit ton of system resources that, if it was feathered a little bit, it may take you a minute or two longer, but you wouldn't have any issues like being able to run a second program like that.
Yeah, I shouldn't have had an issue. And I don't when I have the 2 in it. See, that's the thing that throws me off.
You didn't have the
so
problem when
bad.
you had 2 in it?
Yeah, I'm not having a problem with 2 in it. I was having a problem. It was running at 20 something, and it was running at 10 something, and that's when I had 4 sticks were giving me the problem. The 2 sticks on. So it's
weird that a 3200 RAM is running at 21. I've never heard of that. It should be 16. It should be half.
Yeah,
not exactly 16. You know. Yeah.
Like Bill said, RAM is fucking fiddly as shit.
That's what I'm running, 3200 DDR4. It's just, if I was home, I would be able to check to see what mine's doing. I can't. I'd be on the road. I'll let you know when I get home if you're interested. But yeah, I would say that RAM's not doing the trick for you. You know,
Right.
and here's the thing. Take out the old RAM, put in just the new, or is that what you got now? In there.
Well, right now I
What do you got
got
in
the
there
ones I
now?
bought
The old
about a year
RAM
ago.
It's put the old RAM back in.
With
the
the
old
original
RAM.
RAM?
Okay. Now when you put the new RAM in that you're trying to add to the system by itself, how
Right.
do you still have that stuttering problem? They say you don't have the stuttering problem with the RAM you had, the original, the older RAM.
Okay.
When you you don't get that
Okay.
stutter.
The
Well, okay,
original
let's
RAM
take
that
this.
came with is gone. I sold that. But
Right.
the two I have in there, Corsairs, are running okay. Now I
Right,
didn't
right.
just put the other two. Actually, I did put the other two, and it ran perfect.
By
Because
itself.
when we rebooted it, the ones I just bought, I just had those two sticks in there, and it was running the same way it's running now. When
And what speed would you get?
I was getting the same thing, the 21 something. So it's running the same way. When I took this, when I switched them out, because I was telling Justin I'm gonna have to switch them back because I wanted to put them back in the original case. I don't have the original case from the other one. I wanted to make sure I kept them together. You know what I mean? Safe.
You know,
So-
I've seen that before. Limitations on certain motherboards that if you use 4 sticks, it goes to 4T mode, and you even though you take advantage of more capacity of RAM, it will run at a slower speed no matter what you put in it. That is
That's why I said
possibility.
try and get 264s.
Yeah,
Keep your two slots free.
I have seen that.
Yeah, is it 1 and 3 you keep clear, or is it 2 and 4? Can't remember.
Well,
'Cause mine's only got 2 slots, so
No, the two you should run the primary ones, which is the second and the fourth slot.
yeah.
That's your primary RAM.
Yeah, so 2
But
and 4.
okay, so if you
Oh,
put
the
the new stuff
primary
in,
is 2 and 4.
Yes, I knew it was one of them.
Okay, mine had
Right.
1 and 3.
Right, about to say, Joe, you got him. Your primaries were 1 and 3, but he's saying 2 and 4. So try 2 and 4. Maybe that'll be.
Where I'm at right now. Okay, I got the way mine is set up. I don't have a number on them, but it's got a black, a gray, a black, a gray. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm imagining, and mine are in 1 and 3 right now.
You going left to right or right to left?
You
I'm
mean-
going left to right.
you mean away from you're
Okay,
using the one
okay.
closest. You're using the one closest to the CPU. Are you calling one the one that's closest to the CPU?
I don't know. I gotta be honest with you. I couldn't tell you.
Well, you know where the CPU is, where your
Yeah, I don't
Cooler
see
it.
it though.
the closest one to that.
Well, I don't see the CPU. I gotta look. I gotta move the whole thing to
It's
get to
behind
it.
the fan.
Well, it's
behind
behind the
CPU.
fan. Yeah, it's behind the
Under
fan.
the
So
fan.
I'm using. Okay, if we're looking where the fan's at, right there. I'm
Yeah.
using 1 and 3, not 2 and 4.
Yeah, no, it's 2 and 4. It's always been 2 and 4 for a long time. And you say there's no numbers. If you look closely at the board, you'll see some kind of markings on there. Should
Yeah,
be
I'm
0,
like-
0,
I'm-
0, 0, 1, 1.
Yeah, I'll
It's not
probably
1,
take it
2,
apart
3,
and look.
4. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'll probably do that later. I'll take it apart and look real good.
No, you shouldn't have to take it apart to see it.
No,
It might be like, it might just be like an engraving. The numbers, they might be like engraved type.
Well, there'll be a
Little-
picture somewhere of this thing, huh?
It'd just be printed on the board typically. It'd be a little white 0, little white 1. But it doesn't matter. I mean, you could try it. Try the other bank, see what happens. But it doesn't matter. It's working for you, so who cares? However, if this thing has that issue where you're using both banks, and I should say issue, it's just the way it is, then you might be using the slower bank. You know, I don't know. I don't know what you have in front of you, but
I'm gonna get a picture of it real quick.
you know, if you want to
Driving,
try,
you can't see it.
now this motherboard, for you to put 64 in each one, this is a 256 like motherboard, right? You can put 256 in it.
I put 128 in it.
That's the most you can put in it.
Yeah.
Then you can't do 264s. Because that's the max over 4 banks, over all your banks. Whatever number the rating is on the board on that system, that's spread out the potential between all the banks that you have. If you have a motherboard that can handle, or a chipset that can handle 128, and you got 4 banks, it's 32 per bank.
If I can find me a picture that tells me those numbers, so I don't have to open it up real quick. Yeah, I see where the CPU is at. Yeah, I'm using 1 and 3, not 2 and 4.
So use 2 and 4. Bill said it should be 2 and 4.
Well, it should be, but he's not having any problems. So, I mean, that's up to you.
Well, if I switch it over to 2 and 4, it may go faster, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might.
If that's where you're supposed to be, yeah.
That's an
Ask
easy
Paul.
change. I can do that in a little bit. We're gonna get Paul to work on his computer.
And this thing may make a liar out of me. You might switch over to that bank and it'll beep. It'll start beeping as soon as you hit the power. You'll know right away if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Won't take but a minute. But every board I've ever worked on, it's the second.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember when I had the one stick in there where was it? You know, I don't remember where I took it from. Yeah, I don't have a clue. I can't remember where I took it from. I just reached in and grabbed it. You know, I've done RAM in computers before and never had an issue.
Yeah.
But it's always, again, it's always been Apple computers I've done RAM with.
And whatever you do when you take them out or put them in, don't touch the chips with your fingers.
Yeah. Yep. Look like you're going to fly a ship.
Yeah, and if your Zoom was jittery, are you sure it's your computer and not Paul's gimbal?
Wait a minute. Paul said his drone was acting up yesterday. Why he going to fly a ship today?
Okay.
That was pilot error.
The thing Mike just said about not touching the chips with your fingers, that is technically not true. As long as you're grounded, you should be okay.
Yeah, but you don't want to leave residue on
More
it.
important, keep your computer grounded and off carpet than it is.
Yeah, no, it's static you're worried about, not anything else.
Yeah. Don't run your electric toothbrush while you're working on the computer. Probably a bad idea.
Yeah. Don't try tasering yourself.
Yeah.
So in other words, when I'm using a flashlight, it shouldn't be the flashlight with the taser, just in case, huh?
No.
Yeah, well, you get the shakes, you know what happens, you know. Oops.
Yeah, that would really piss me off. You know?
But as long as you can return these without an exorbitant restock fee, you might want to try, because if you have a problem finding the exact same model RAM that you already have in there,
right.
I mean, you're just then maybe get 2 of the new ones and try 4. And if that doesn't work out for you, the worst thing that happen, you just return it, you know.
Yeah.
But it could be that board goes down to 14 times and it just slows the processor down, you know, and with four sticks, like I said, I remember I had a motherboard and I had to make that decision. Did I want to work with a slower speed or, you know, or less RAM? I know that's happened in my life. So I know that's it. Right. I'm not making this up. It's a thing where you put in 4 and you gain that advantage, and the system's probably faster. But your timing may affect it in other ways, you know, like like you said, stuttering when you're running multiple programs at the same time. I mean, you said it's rendering the photos faster with 4 sticks in it, but you're having trouble when you run multiple programs, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah, but actually, with the 2 sticks in it, it was running 6 seconds. Same thing. I did 181 pictures. I did a denoise on. It took 18 minutes. Now that's good time for that many pictures.
Right.
You know, for 182 pictures, it took a little noise out of it.
Right.
But and I mean that ran with the 2 sticks like that. And when I was doing the 2 sticks without Backblaze, that it's like Zoom. It's downloading stuff, uploading stuff to the cloud. And I had Zoom on. When that Backblaze kicked on, I went from 6 seconds to 50 seconds.
How many times have you guys seen a smart car with a trailer?
Wow. Yeah. So when like I said, I got off of Zoom and turned on Backblaze and went back to 6 seconds.
I intentionally slowed down to show this. A smart car. And it looks like a motorcycle trailer behind it.
Well, it is a motorcycle engine.
That's funny. Where am I? England with these tiny little cars?
Yeah.
2 people have been seriously injured after taking metal from an empty house and blowing the house up in the process. They've pulled the copper wiring and all that out the thing, but it was still live and it hit the gas pipe like kaboom.
Wow. So how many hamsters did they have running that car?
I don't know, but the two large older people that are in it, they look like they were shoehorned in the damn thing. It's pretty funny.
Like putting Shaq in one of those. Huh?
Yeah, they're not even that smart. They don't even get that good. I think they get like 26 miles a gallon. You know what I mean? They're not even that great as far as mileage is concerned and all that.
Well, they were originally only a 600cc motorbike engine in them.
The only time I've ever seen a 600cc, years and years ago, my buddy, well, actually was my boss, but he had a little Honda Civic, one of the original Honda Civics that had that little 600 motorcycle. He had a bike. He had a Honda bike quad that had more CCs than his car did.
Yep.
Hey, reliable as all get out, though. You know, you put a saddle on a 4-cylinder engine and some glass around you, and you're good to go. You know, pretty simple to work on. They're like Honda's version of a Volkswagen Bug, kind of.
Well, that Arona we had only had a 1 litre 3-cylinder turbo engine in it, but it got 115 horsepower out of it.
Yeah, no, you can get some power out of those little tiny little power plants. I don't know how long they're gonna last, but you get some power out of them for a little bit. Yeah.
You know what?
Joe, the only thing I could is experimentation. Unfortunately, sometimes if you don't have documentation, it's experimentation, and it's a process of elimination. You know, and you know, another step would be if you want to do 4 sticks. If you can't find out whether this machine automatically downgrades the speed, is to try 4 of the exact same RAM and see what happens. You know what I mean? And if you're unhappy with it, then trash that idea. Check into it, see what the largest RAM stick per bank you can put in the thing, and that's it. You know, and just use 2 banks. You know, if that's what's going on. Because you might find out, oh, I found exactly the same RAM. They're a good pull out of the exact same machine, blah, blah, blah. And you put it in there, and it does exactly the same thing, drops down to the 1066, which is basically running at 2200. It's that's it, you know. But I don't know. with the additional volume of RAM, you might be satisfied with those speeds, you know. As long as you're not getting stuttering an issue, you know, you're
Yeah,
fine.
if it would have stayed like it was, I would have been very happy with it. I hope somebody can let them in because I can't.
Yeah,
They-
that's and
Yeah, I got in. I'm gonna start my walk here, guys. I'm gonna put you in my pocket for 30 seconds.
I tell you what though, that other Lance is being ignorant.
Hi, honey.
And he's doing nothing. Oh,
Who's being ignorant?
the other
Lance is in. Lance is in twice.
I can't see the text. I don't know what's going on.
Podcast.
Wait a minute, you are here twice. In the world?
I'm going for my walk, Mama.
Lance, you left your computer on?
He's in twice. Once with a small L and once with a capital L.
Yeah, somebody left it on.
And the one with the
Someone's lying.
capital L's got the camera and mic turned off.
Oh, early. This morning.
See, I'm trying to find a picture of this motherboard that's showing me the RAM slot numbers to make sure I am doing it. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, it should be 0 and 1
Yeah, I'm
typically.
seeing.
In my experience, anyway. 0 and 1.
Oh. Yeah, I'm seeing the picture I'm seeing is not helping me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can see it, you see it, but it's on an angle, so it's not giving me a good view of it.
So, Bill, here.
No.
we turn the volume down.
Ow.
Give her a minute.
Yeah, I bet you I'm in 1 and 3. Actually, it says I'm in 1 and 3. I don't even have to say that. When I go to IQ, that's
Right,
that's
it'll
the-
tell you what
it
bank
tells
you're
me.
in, yeah.
It tells me I'm in 1 and 3.
Right.
So I know that. See, Specky, here's the other thing. Specky tells me I'm in 1 and 2. It doesn't make sense. It says
Peekaboo.
Yeah, but it's showing bank number 1 and bank number 2, not necessarily. What the hell is that?
that's David Bird. No.
He's just don't watch.
Peekaboo. That's David's new bird.
Yeah, and Specky is telling me number of modules 2, slot 1, slot 2. That's what it's saying.
Right, well, I've enough of that. Put that back on also.
But when you go to what you call it? What is it at?
Morning, Ed.
Oh man, I would love that bird.
Yeah, he actually started when he realised I was playing South with the computer. He went pick a boobies.
Boobies. Bird after my own heart.
Okay. You got to do some shorts, David.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Morning, Ed. How you doing, man?
Doing good, thanks. And you?
I'm good.
So, Bill, I have a question for you when you're done with Joe.
Uh-oh.
I'm done with Joe.
Run.
We're done.
I think I've reached the limit of what little I know. So what's your question?
So when I look at my Intel information on my computer, Intel i7, blah, 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 some numbers. And at the very end, there's the letter F as in Frank.
Yeah.
I use Adobe Premiere, and Adobe told me the reason your your videos, when you try to import them, sometimes they don't work. You have an F, on your chip.
Yes.
And
All F indicates is you don't have an onboard GPU on your process. That's all that indicates.
Okay, so how can I alleviate that?
You can't, because F is more your office.
What do I need to do?
Get a new process.
There's nothing you could do about that.
Okay.
Here's the thing. They're saying that if you had the K version, okay, which has the onboard video, even if you're using a discrete, a board, a video card as your primary, apparently the software has been written so that it can access that secondary video to increase your processing power by more or less combining the GPUs. So there's really nothing you can do. You bought it. You have an F. I have an F series. Because I have a decent video card, and I don't have a problem with that. But yes, they say that there's a slight advantage, or there is an advantage, but I don't think you're losing all that much, to be honest with you. I would just ignore that. There's nothing you can do about it. That's just that unless you wanted to buy a new processor, and get the K and get your slight increase in performance in that one particular piece of software.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Yeah, because Premiere runs terrible on my machine. And
what's your GPU? What's your GPU? What are you running?
Like an i7, is that what you're asking?
No, GPU, your video card.
Oh, I'm not in front of my machine. I would have to look. But it's pretty good. I don't know if Justin's in here. He was on when I bought it. It's about a year old, but I would have to look.
Okay. Because again, it's not just your GPU anyway. I mean, it's a combination of that and your CPU that obviously that the software uses. But if it's telling you could do better with more GPU power, you might look at buying a better video card.
Okay.
With a little more RAM on it.
Right. It's like does a 4700 sound familiar?
Yeah, that's pretty decent actually.
That's what I think I have. Might be
no,
a 46.
I have a 4700 Super actually. The
Alexa,
4700, you got 12 gigs of RAM, which is not terrible, and on the video card, and it's just telling you could do better, I guess. But you're saying it's running awful, which I don't understand why it should be with a modern card like that.
Lance, ready?
Lance, Justin is saying that it was a 3060, he believes.
Right. Your
30.
GPU's okay. Right. So you've got on the end of your Intel processors, K means it's unlocked for overclocking. F requires a dedicated graphics card.
I just said that. There's no onboard GPU on the F series, right?
Yeah. A KF combines unlocked nature of the K suffix and the F. Then you've got T for power optimized and X for your extreme unlocked processor. And that's on your desktops. Then you've got other suffixes, which is your G, which includes high performance for integrated graphics. S is a special edition performance for optimized processors. And Q denotes quad core 4-core processors, which is for 8, which normally comes in HP. And then you've got your other ones are your laptops, which is your YUP, HX, HK, and H.
Anyway, they're all different variations. But the K does have an onboard video card, and that's what I'm talking about. It's got a GPU actually built in. You could pull your video card out of that machine and still use it if you had a K. KFs are like an F. Actually, they run a little slower. I wouldn't even get a KF. I've seen them. I've seen deals on them, and I've been shopping around for an upgrade myself actually. But so I've actually looked into it recently. But again, just because it's an F doesn't mean anything. You're fine. What is it? A 12th gen, 13th? What is it? 14th? What do you got?
Justin says which would be a 12 gig card.
Yeah, it's a 12 gig graphics card. So
Yeah, but it's a 3060 though, so is what
Right.
you said, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Lamb,
Yeah, it's slow.
Lamb.
Yeah.
Question for you. You've got an iCore 7 and then the numbers after it. The first two letters on a 5 fixed digits is your processor gen, or if it's 4, then it's your first letter.
Okay.
So if it's so say like it's a 10675, let's do an example.
10 generation.
10th gen.
No,
And
it's
then
11
it could go up to
generation.
14.
Justin is saying.
9th generation. That's not bad.
See, and Adobe told me it was the F that was the issue of why my
It
video
hasn't
was
got
jumping.
it requires a dedicated graphics, but it shouldn't be a problem because you've got a good enough graphics card to run Adobe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And it runs it on some of my videos, but not all of my videos. Some of them, in fact, give me an error. I can't even watch it. So, and I don't know if it's the settings on my drone, my Mavic 3. And I don't know.
It shouldn't. Yeah, you really shouldn't have an issue with that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. There's a school of thought that the 12 gig 3060 isn't much better than the 8 gig. Like, it doesn't even take advantage as well as it should to having that extra 50% of RAM on there.
Yeah.
Because it's just not a super fast card. It's a rock solid, stable, reliable card. You know, they've been around a while, but you know, a more modern card may help. You know, your system. You said you're running ninth generation. Is that what you said? That's okay. That's still definitely usable. You know, but you're probably limited there as to what you can put in that motherboard. You know, you're not going to have a 1700 socket so they could jump up to 12th, 13th, or 14th.
Yeah.
So you stick with what you got. But is it what's the full number on it? Is it a 700? Like a 9700? Is that what you got?
So if you're asking me, Bill, this is Lance.
Yeah.
I don't know because I'm walking, so I'm not in front of my computer.
All right, because that's considered that would be an i7. Would be the 9700, right?
But I know I have an i7.
All right, then it's a 9700. Well, that's still a pretty good processor. You should be fine, I would think. You know, I'm not crazy about the card, but like he said, it should be fine for what you're doing. But if you're having terrible luck,
are you having?
How much
and
RAM
I have
do you
32 gigs of RAM.
That's easy enough.
You should be fine.
Right, are you using SSDs or solid state drives? I think M2 boards, a solid state SSD or a standard spin drive. You know what your hard drive is?
Lance, he's asking you what kind of drive you have, so you're gonna have to
Hold
look
on,
at that.
I've got some cars riding by. Ask me again, David.
What storage are you using? Are you using an SSD, an M2 board, or a standard drive?
Oh, an SSD.
Because SSDs, yeah, they're not. Some of them are not good write speeds, but a standard drive you would have issues bottlenecking there. But if it's an M2 board, you wouldn't have any bottleneck at all because it's direct into your motherboard.
Okay.
Justice saying he has an AM2.
I bought it from Costco about a year ago. I think last summer.
Is that the drive he's on about?
So Justin, I did not get the one from Best Buy. I got the one from Costco.
Oh, Justin's here. Here you go.
It's like $1,100 or something.
Hey, Justin.
Justin and I were going back and forth, and he recommended one.
No, if I
recommended,
remember,
hold on.
if I remember correctly, his has a 1 terabyte M.2 in it.
Oh, M.2. So that should be
I
pretty
don't
good.
remember exactly what brand it is because it's been a long time since he got that.
Yeah, I would have to look. But yeah,
It's been a little over a year since he bought that computer, but I don't know why Adobe would have issues running on a 3060 12 gig card. That don't make any
It,
sense.
it shouldn't. It
Matt
should
still
be-
runs DaVinci now, the newest DaVinci on a 1080 just fine.
Uh-huh.
So
Fucking hell, Matt. Get up with the times.
I don't know why it would be an issue. That's still a
See,
good
and that's
decent
why
card.
I was asking Don and Dre if 8K was chugging their machine down, because 4K chugs mine down. And they said no, 8K was fine. Well, at least I didn't hear from Don. And Don probably has an older Mac.
I think I'm using the same graphics card as you, and a lesser spec processor, and I can stream in 2K. Actually,
Yeah, you
stream.
are, because you went from the 3050 to the 3060 because the 3050s had known issues
Yeah.
where
So
they quit after about a year.
if I can stream in 2K, you should be able to do 4K video easy.
Because that's what you and Laura both upgraded to.
Yeah.
was
Got
the
a question
3060.
for you, Justin, while you're here. The 50 series, are they having any issues with them?
They did when they came out. I have no idea now. I haven't really been paying attention to those.
Because,
I don't plan on buying one. They're too damn expensive.
well, not really, because I'm buying a computer with hopefully a 5060 in, and it's only going to cost 800 quid.
Yeah, I don't know.
And that's with a 14.
Unless they gave you, did they give you a really shitty CPU in it then?
No, it's going to have the latest Ryzen 9.
Would it be the
I'm not buying it
90?
yet.
Was that
I'm
the
not playing
98? Was it 9800 or something?
Yeah, something like that. It's the latest one, apparently.
Gotta move sometimes.
And it's an AM5, not an AM4 motherboard.
Oh wow, yeah, they're actually way down. So you get they have a.
Because someone
Now, are
said
you getting the TI? Or you must be getting the 5060 8 gig, right?
12 gig. So it's the next one up. There's 12 gig. So I must have read it.
Because I don't know why they're still doing 8 gig cards, but whatever. I'm looking on NVIDIA's website. They don't even have a 5060 12 gig. Are you sure?
What it says, unless I'm reading it wrong.
Unless they marked the listing wrong, because they're not showing any 5060s with 12 gigs. Here,
Yeah.
I'll show you all the options that they have here. Look.
Yeah, but it's a 12 gig graphics card. So
See, look, these are all the ones they sell. They're all 8 gig.
so
You were
where's the-
talking about, Justin, you were
where's the
talking about
12 gig
Matt has a 1080. What is it, a 1080 Ti? What is it, 1080
It's
what?
a 1080 Ti. I think it's what's.
All right, I think you might be surprised if you Google 1080 Ti versus 3060 and see what the benchmarks look like.
Oh.
I think you might be surprised.
Justin,
It's
go back.
two generations newer, but the 1080 is 2 levels higher.
Yeah,
And,
go back up a minute. Middle. I want you to change to the TI. See if it's a TI.
No, it doesn't say anything about
Yeah, but
TI
you've not
on
got
any of them.
TI pick. No, if you go up on the side, you'll see the drop down box.
Oh, yeah. My bad. I didn't see that. No, they'd be 16. Let's see. They have, looks like just 16 gig.
Weird.
Yeah,
Well,
they don't even have a 12 gig. It's either 8 or 16.
So what's the 12 gig? Definitely got 12 gig graphics card.
It's possible they're lying on this thing or they put the wrong specs
Yeah.
on it.
You see on the side, you got the other one. Not the lower one, because it won't be that. That next one up. Got 12 gig in that one.
Here, let me unmark these ones real quick. So it must be a 5070 then.
Yeah, must be. They've obviously done
Those
a
are fucking expensive though, dude. They're like $550 over here.
I think that's
didn't even-
expensive.
Tariffs.
Yeah, and then when you get into the 580s, that's when they get real expensive. You're talking about
What are these?
$1,400.
What are the
Yes.
90 series?
Doing that way.
That,
How are you today?
some are
Good.
doing.
I'm fine.
Oh,
man.
these are 32 gig, but you're talking almost $3,000.
No.
2,500.
Holy shit.
Let me have a look. I'll just get that website because they had one with a 90 series in, which I'm like, I don't even know where that come from.
Yeah, because they only make a 50, 90, 50, 80, 50, 70, 50, 60, and a 50.
This was a 90 something. I bloody asked me cursor now.
I didn't even know they had a 50-50. Oh, they do got one. 2632 megahertz.
Well, why do they keep fucking this website swaps around more than its fucking store does? Sake.
How is their 50-50 faster than the 50? What? Nah, I guess it's not that much faster. Hold on. Let me
Computer, laptops, PCs. There we go.
I want to look up those benchmarks
Gaming.
he's talking about. 1080 Ti
Oh, here you go.
versus 3060.
So, Dave, I got a question.
Yep.
When you look at the timing table on the RAM on Specky, what is JEDEC?
I haven't got a clue. Not seen that one.
Because it's got 18 banks, and it goes JEDEC 1, 2, 3, all the 18, right? And
Yeah.
it shows different frequencies all the way through it, right? But then at the bottom it says XMP-3200 1600 megahertz. And the 1066 is from 9 to 18. It starts at 533.3, 600, 666, 733, 800, 900, 986, 1033.
Those are all supported RAM timings. If you set your RAM timings to those numbers, that's the speed you would get out of it.
Right.
Okay.
Justin, it's a 16 gig.
You can manually set all those timings if you want to, and there might be a reason you want to run your RAM slower. I don't know,
Right.
So, but
No,
that's what.
I was looking at the benchmarks you were talking about. The 1080 Ti actually has a 2.42% better, but that's not a huge difference.
No,
but you are right,
I mean,
though, being 2 generations difference, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Well, because it's 2 levels higher and it's got a faster bandwidth. It's got a much 256 gig bandwidth on it versus probably 92 or 128 or something like that, which makes a big difference.
The only thing that's different between the 3060 and the 1080 Ti is the 1080 doesn't have any tensor cores or RT cores, but the memory speed's at 484.4. The 3060 is 360. It's actually a little slower.
360?
Yeah. As the memory.
Good morning, GD.
No, I'd never heard of such a thing. It's like 128 or 192 or 256.
It has it. Well, this is the 2 benchmarks that they have on their list.
Well, that's a benchmark. That's an actual throughput. I mean, there's a rating. Cards they'll go lower. They'll actually go slower than 128. They'll go like 696. It depends on how cheap a board you have. But yeah, there's reasons why something that much newer.
But at the same time, it shouldn't. I mean, you would think Premiere would run fine on that. I don't know what his issue would be.
Well,
and I'm pretty sure that's. And I'm only guessing. I can't remember exactly which card he has, but I'm pretty sure Lance has a 30 series in there.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a 40 series.
I'll
Hey,
look when I
Joe,
get
read
home.
what JD sent you.
Peanuts. I can stop for fresh boiled peanuts right there. I have no cash.
Man, I tell you, I had that football game in the hood the other night, and they had a truck on the side of the road selling watermelons, another truck on the side of the road selling turkey necks.
What?
And they had another one selling turkey wings. I almost got a turkey wing.
That's a big.
I bet you it was good stuff too.
Sounds like the watermelon truck ran over a turkey.
Yeah, it might have been. And then at the game, ready for this? At the game, there was a little tent on the other side, and they were selling turkey legs and turkey wings. God darn, that's a good place to eat.
Yeah, sounds good.
The only thing Joe does when he goes to new places is check out the food.
And the worst part about it is I was there early and I wasn't hungry. And they had the best smelling hamburger I have seen at any one of these games lately. And I told them, I said, I'm gonna catch you before the end of the game. Save me one. I'm gonna come get one. Them assholes closed down about 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. They got me so mad. Usually when I say something, I get one like that because I went to a playoff game and said, I want one of your, I'm gonna get a hamburger. I'll be back in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter, they brought it to me.
You should have saw Joe the other day. He got so excited like you just won the fucking lottery, and it was because Arby's was having buy one get one.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna probably go get today. I get the 2 loaded Italians for $7, man.
Yeah, you would have thought he just won that $1.9 billion lottery when he got excited.
Well, I'm not getting that one. I've just looked at the case. It's got a Storm Force power supply, and it's in a fin form. So it's like a fin power supply to fit in the case. So you're not going to be able to change it out.
Oh, it's like a
Yeah, and it comes with a 650 power supply. That is shit.
Well, see, the thing is when they came out with the 40 series, the 40 series they designed to use less power, and then when they brought out the 50 series, now they use even more power. Because it was funny because people were doing all these memes online where they were showing just a power supply just for the fucking GPU. Stone Force. I got a 750.
16 pin on the 4070 super, even though it only uses like maxes out at 225 watts. You know, they're very power efficient.
Oh yeah, my 4060 used, I think, like, what was it?
Oh, that's still got the 8 pin on it.
Yeah, that used like 70 watts, I think, less than my 2060 did.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing what they were doing, and then all of a sudden they went back to their old ways. You know.
Oh yeah, because I love the memes where it was showing like 2 1500 watt power supplies on somebody's computer, and one was just for the memory or for the GPU. It's like, Jesus Christ. Sean just bought one of those not too long ago. He bought a Corsair 1500. Like, man, that thing is fucking expensive. I think it was like $400 or $500 for that thing. But it has like 10-year warranty on it, which I think most of them have, what, a 3-year, 2-year? Like that,
part of that expensive cost was the warranty.
Yep.
You know, because you can get 1500 watts for half that. You know, but you're not going to have a 10-year warranty. And probably not the same rating on the rail.
Yeah, I think he had a 8 or 1,000 one in there, and it failed on him, so he just decided to go balls to the wall and get a 1500.
Well, like a platinum or something.
Yeah, it's a 1500 watt platinum Corsair power supply.
Oh, the platinum rating is what puts it into this price stratosphere.
I got it. Mine didn't cost much. I paid, I think, 80 for mine, and it was a 750 gold rated Corsair.
Yeah, mine's a 750 bronze 80 Corsair M series modular allegedly.
Actually, I should have just bought the 850 because it was actually $20 cheaper. I don't know why I didn't buy it. For some reason, it was cheaper. And it was the same rating and everything.
Talking video cards?
No, power supplies.
Okay.
Being good. That'd be good.
Power supplies and your case are probably your 2 cheapest components on the computer.
Well, of course, and like you said, that depends on what you feel like spending. You can buy a $400 power supply if you really want.
I don't see I would never need that much power. That, to me, that's going overkill.
So Justin, you were saying yesterday on my text that I need a new computer.
Well, you can't, I wouldn't be running Windows 10 after October. You said that it's saying your computer's not compatible with Windows 10, right?
Well, Windows
Or
11,
Windows
yeah.
11, I mean?
Yeah. It says it has to go. I have to go on settings and do this, do that.
Oh, so it's saying
It
that,
tells you how to upgrade.
so you're saying that there's something in the settings
It
that
might
you
not
need to change.
is but like
Okay,
I said, search YouTube and put how to put Windows 11 on any computer. There is actual some GitHub software that will put it on for you. You can even bypass the need for a Microsoft account and go for a local account.
Yeah,
Dude,
there's hack versions like that. You can download them, and when you use what do you call that software to put it on it.
Yeah.
Justin, whenever you're free to take over the computer, go for it.
Dude,
Justin,
But
you gotta
anyway,
take over Paul's computer
you
and
can
upgrade him.
deselect those things, but he doesn't need to. He's Windows. His machine is compliant. It's just not set up correctly. It has to be set up secure boot up, which means either formatting the drive, formatting it and starting over, or there's actually a little app that you can buy that allegedly will update your drive so that you can have those settings in your BIOS. But I tried that once, and well, I tell you what, it didn't work. Just corrupted the operating system, and I ended up formatting it anyway. So it just you know, whether or not it's going to work it depends on the condition, I guess, the operating system you have on there now. Because mine glitched out, bricked, and that was it. I just had to format and start over. So back up everything you want. That's probably the best way to do it anyway.
his computer's pretty old too, though.
Yeah,
it's got to be UEFI, and you don't use a MBR.
Yeah. Little tip for you, Ed. If your hard drive, if it's a Western Digital, good. Just go to Western Digital and download Acronis so you can do a disk clone. So if anything goes wrong, you can just clone it back.
Yeah.
If it's not, just go to your local store and buy one of the cheapy Western Digital portable drives, and you get it. It comes with that as well. You can download Acronis and just do a disk clone, and then that way, anything goes wrong, you just copy it all straight back, and you're good to go.
You know, your TPM has to be enabled. It's got to be 2.0 or better. I would say your machine, if it's a 9th generation, I think you probably have it too. You have at least a 2.0.
No, his computer's really old. It's running DDR3 RAM and all that.
Who are we talking about? I thought we were talking
Ed.
about plants.
No, we're talking about Ed.
No, Ed needs a new computer.
Yeah.
That's what I said. That's what I told him. I was like, dude,
Lance has Windows 11.
No, his machine's probably 10, 12 years old. It's pretty old.
No, if he wanted to run 11, he's going to have to do what David said and do the hack version.
Yeah.
You know?
Paul, if you want to run Windows 11, you're going to need some new gerbils.
It'll run.
Bushy tail squirrels.
It'll run. It'll run fine. I don't think 11's all that much heavier than 10 was. You know, but
it's just the little extra things that they put in that actually don't even need to be there. They just put it in there to force people into getting new computers. That's all it is.
Well, they're not going to be supporting security updates or anything anymore. So after October, which is going to make your machine vulnerable at some point.
Yeah,
the hackers are going to go
Apparently
absolutely ape
there's
shit
still
on
going to be there actually is going to be security updates for serious security issues, but you're not going to get like the yearly big updates. You know, like the H2 Q2, whatever things.
Yeah, didn't you say, Bill, that they had to update all your guys' shit to Windows 11 at work?
Yeah, we're
I can't
forced
believe
it.
that they're, yeah, I can't believe that they're not supporting business versions of it for businesses still. That's crazy.
Well, strangely enough, it was only not last year before that they ended the Windows XP support for businesses.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You would have thought they would have supported the Windows 10 business side for a lot longer.
Yeah, you'd
Because they
thought
have
so.
with older operating systems.
They may, it could be that our companies look at the company we deal with, which is Conqueror, and they only have one company you can work with, unfortunately. There's no competition. They're just telling us that they're not going to support us anymore with Windows 10, that we have to move to Windows 11. So that's
Wow.
They don't want to write for two different operating systems. In case there's updates and changes in some of the networking substacks in the future or something, it may stop working properly with the old operating system as they write, because they're constantly updating the Conqueror environment. I update the system. I actually have to download it and update all the POSs, and then update all the lanes because they each have a little PC on each one of them, each pair. And it's a pain in the ass, but they're constantly doing little updates. Well, there might come a time where they're doing little updates because something in Windows 11 is not in Windows 10, and we could end up with a problem. That's what they're threatening us. So we have to go ahead and do it. They've decided, unfortunately, to not do all 7 machines because they're talking about us moving into a different pay system. Square, believe it or not. And
It seems like a lot of businesses are using that now.
oh, it's awful. But they had such a bad time of it because they did that in our other bowling center in Bureau. And but they said, well, it'll be much better now because we've gone through with them. I said, yeah, but there's things that we do that they don't do. Like we have prize funds, the leagues have prize funds. You said there's no support for that. Oh, no, I think there is. What do you mean you think there is? You're about to commit to a very expensive upgrade. And your
You should
business
know all that.
no, your business may or may not run on this new upgrade.
Does it take normal credit card payments? It might. It might.
Yeah. No, I don't take credit card, but I mean, we have an online reservation system that ties into the Conqueror system. How's that? And it collects money. How is it going to translate over to a different pay system that's totally separated? You know what I mean? It's totally that's not connected to the Conqueror at all. Because right now we run everything, including the credit cards, through the one system.
Why do they want to change it? Is it not?
Well,
is it
because
less fees or what?
There's I don't know. I guess they like it because Conqueror is not going to support the daily sales report, so they don't support the software we're using anymore. So they're afraid that I won't be able to fix it someday, and then we'll be SOL. I have the original install and files for that. I could back up every day if I want to because there's been upgrades since then. But really was just it just overlay the new files over the top of the old ones. It just they just want to go and plus they want both centers to be the same. They want the reporting to be the same back to the office. So there is something to be said for that. I can
they just want consistency across the board.
Yeah. Their bookkeeper's not the brightest to begin with, So she has enough trouble as it is, let alone having 2 different systems. I just have gotten used to it, and I hate to see it go because it works just fine. But now we're going to go to something that, yes, for the bartenders, waitresses, and like that, might be cooler. It's a iPad screen, and it just because they don't have to have access to the Conqueror system to do that. But like I said, with the bowling and the money, how do you make them pay on the one system, you turn the lanes on with the other system? That just, I think, invites theft by the employees, by the way, because they could just turn machines on all day and not charge for them, for one thing. And all right, beyond that, if you trust your help enough not to think they're going to do that, which they will for their friends, unfortunately. There's times when there's combinations of bowling and food. I mean, how do you? And I get answers like, "Well, no, we should be able to." What do you mean should be?
You can never assume that your employees aren't going to steal from you. Because there's always going to be one.
That not having answers to pretty basic questions is how it's going to operate in our bowling system. Oh no, I know. I think they said that they got that. What do you mean you think you just spent 30 grand to put that stupid online reservation system in, which is like the bane of my existence? And now it may not even work. So whatever. You know,
Mark, have
spend-
you tied everything down yet?
So they're going to keep this. They're going to keep the regular machines for the back for my scoring computer and for the POSs at the front, so we can turn the lanes on. So we're only replacing 3, but really all 7, because the other ones are going to become these square stations. You know, which is great because then you got to, you know, of course, put all the inventory in it and all the products in it. It just it's going to be awful.
Yeah, I see
But
all the
everybody-
mom and pop places around here using Square now.
Time to retire.
Oh yeah, believe me, that's going through my mind.
You
Why
remember when
not?
they used to? You remember when they came out the little Square? Remember the little Square readers you used to plug in your phone
Yep,
back in the day?
yep,
When you were a
yep.
small business.
Yeah.
Now
Girl
you can just do the
Scouts.
tap. Now you can just use the tap.
Girl Scouts did that.
can take credit
Yeah.
cards to sell cookies. That's,
Yeah.
Yep.
that's the
My
world
daughter
we're in.
did that.
Yeah.
So,
when a girl-
Bill, you're not 65 yet, are you?
April.
Okay, so you're
Now,
in that window.
Bill, does your wife work?
Yes, she works. Yes,
Okay.
she works
Yeah,
at
when
Golden Corral. I thought everybody
go-
knew that.
When you go up to the Girl Scouts and they say we take Bitcoin as well.
Yeah, looks like the Met Office were a little out with their weather warning. Because it's not supposed to hit us until 10 o'clock tonight, and it's already started.
Yeah, the trees are blowing a bit here now already.
Yeah. You're getting 45 to 75 mile an hour winds, and we're getting 60 to 95 miles an hour.
It's kind of windy here in Seattle today. We're expecting rain later on, I think.
According
Weather's
to
changing.
we've got 25 gusting to 45 at the moment.
Yeah, well, we're supposed to get up to 4 inches of rain overnight, but I think that is just going to be a puddle compared to what Pakistan has got, because they've had to evacuate more than 2 million people, and they've got blocks of flats that you can just about see the roof. It's under that much water.
55
Yeah.
degrees. 55
Where is this at?
degrees.
Pakistan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Well, their building standards aren't the greatest neither. So
Now,
a lot of those countries, they don't, design for flood control and all that stuff. I mean, as much as we try to in the more modern countries, it's still a problem.
Maybe that'll take out some terrorists.
you know what the worst bit is for us?
You don't get the terrorists in Pakistan as much.
Yeah, you do.
No.
You got a few.
No, not Pakistan, but it's more India.
Oh, no more curry.
Well, technically, Pakistan is an ally of the U.S.,
Yeah.
even though they
Yeah, they
were.
got some
And the
assholes.
UK.
there. Oh,
No
by
more
the way,
curry, Joe.
today is my Marine Corps son's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Oh, he's
on a
hidden
boat.
somewhere.
Oh,
He's
talking
on,
about,
he's on a boat somewhere.
talking
I
about
sent
birthdays.
I sent him a happy birthday Beatles song, and on Signal because I could contact him that way. And he came back and he said, "I can't listen to the song till tonight." He says, "I love you." I said, "Love you back."
At least send
At
him
least he
something
got my
from his
message. Happy
generation.
birthday.
When I'm 64.
Could have sent him
Okay.
like
No,
Cardi
I
B.
sent
Wow.
Roger, here I go.
the birthday. They say it's your birthday.
Well,
Wish me
Happy
luck.
birthday to you.
Yeah, we've done that since they're little. Every time it's their birthday, we play it.
Okay. Right. So talking about birthdays, Laura's got a new niece.
Whoa, what happened?
New
I
niece.
was able-
New niece. Born
Born today?
Yeah, born an hour ago.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice. Congratulations.
She at the hospital with it, with her sister, or what?
Is that why?
Uh,
That's why
It's
she's
her
the
brother,
dog.
sister-in-law.
Wait, hold on, Mark.
Is that why she's minding
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
That's-
not Mark.
Mum and Dad gone to
okay.
the birth.
I
No,
was
Mum-
gonna say, because I got Mark on Facebook and he hadn't said nothing about a baby. That's what I was wondering.
That Mark.
Well, yeah, he might not know.
Not me.
question. Why have you got Mark on Facebook? He doesn't talk to anyone anymore.
Yeah, he's on my Facebook as well.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I don't talk to him. I just see his updates every once in a while. About his
Yeah,
Wait.
he doesn't even come around here anymore. He doesn't even talk to us or anything. Now he's got his new missus.
It's funny you said it like that. I don't really talk to him. Like that'd be a bad thing talking to him. What are you saying?
Oh, he's not bad.
I don't talk to him.
No. What I'm saying is, he used to ring every day, like 4 or 5 times a day for ringing Laura, or ringing me just to give me some shit for no reason. Because we used to do that thing to each other. Doesn't bother. Don't even hear from him.
I mean, some people will do that when they, finally get into a serious relationship and all that. They'll be
Yeah.
more focused on that.
He's not even coming to the wedding. Apparently, it's too far away. He's only 40 minutes down the
How
road.
far away does he live?
40 minutes away.
That's shit, dude. That's going to the store for most people in the U.S.
Yeah, I'm sorry. When it comes to my brother or sister's wedding, I don't think there's anywhere in England that would be too far.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, I love when I hear people from England say, "Yeah, we drove 4 hours and had to stop and get a hotel." I'm like, really?
Actually, that's because the law over here says you can only drive 4 hours, then you have to take a half-hour break.
I'm not
That's
stopping after
stupid.
4 hours to get a hotel. I'm sorry.
We
I
drove.
might go about 12
over-
hours.
We drove over 4 hours to go to my cousin's funeral.
Yeah, but you're supposed to have a break every 4 hours.
Well, all that means you have to stop every 4 hours. Doesn't mean you have to.
Yeah, but
You don't have to get a hotel room.
No, you
how
don't.
long? How long a
But-
break?
Half an hour. But when you get to 8 hours, then you do have to stop.
Well,
Yeah,
how they track it?
Several hour
They
break.
track
Right
it.
on.
How do you enforce that?
Well,
How do
that's-
you, yeah. Oh, we just stopped 10 minutes ago. Okay, see ya. I mean, how do you
Well,
enforce that?
It's commercial
Oh.
mainly, so they have a tachograph that shows their actual
Yeah.
journey.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
over
commercial,
here-
I understand. We have commercial
Yeah.
limits here too, because they have GPS units inside the truck.
Hey,
Traffic.
Hey, hold on. Bill, there's an empty slot on that trailer. Get up on there. Get a free ride.
Right. So how do
Yeah,
we
cool.
A lot of the time, they don't really enforce it unless you have an accident. But then they'll look back on the average speed cameras, which are on most motorways, and they'll see where you joined the motorway, and they'll see how long you was travelling for from when you joined.
See,
Well,
over
you just tell me you're speeding the whole time. That's all.
Oh yeah,
No,
that's even better.
No, yeah,
no,
but
they're not
I
just
stopped, but I was going 127.
they're not just speed cameras. Those the what's it number plate recognition ones.
Yeah, they're AMPR, but they check your average speed. So
Right.
basically,
Based on time and distance. I
Yeah.
understand that. Yeah, right. Well, you just said, well, it's okay. I did stop. I just, I was going really, really fast.
yeah, but then you
For the rest of
pick
the
up
way.
the speeding.
Yeah.
honestly, to me, that seems like kind of one of those laws, unless there's a device on everybody's car that's kind of pointless at the end of the day.
No, it's one of them laws that don't come into effect unless you have an accident. So, I mean, the average speed, because obviously it's a money maker, but the sleep
No,
speed you have, if
makes
you was
sense.
in an accident, say 5 hours into your journey, and they check your time
Right.
you drive away and stuff like that, then they'll go, "You're at fault. You was overtired. You didn't take
Right.
the
No, right. They certainly, that makes sense because that's like Florida. There's no inspections in Florida. Well, that doesn't affect anybody until they have an accident because their brakes were bad,
Yeah.
and then you get hit up for that. But, yeah, so I can understand that. That makes sense, David.
There are some insurance companies over here now that will give you cheaper insurance if you do have one of these devices fitted to
a
your
little
car.
black box in your car."
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
fuck that shit. I'm not having some company
They
to
are-
track my movements.
I mean, if the
We did
wrong-
it, we did it
No,
for
no, no.
1 year, and that was it.
yeah, but the point is, if your road was smooth and good, then great. But our roads are like fucking Rocky Mountains. They're fucked. The potholes everywhere. So your black box is going to be going point, point, point,
And
point.
you know, actually, I was watching Royalty Auto on Facebook, and he was talking about those devices. And there's actually been a few cars that have gotten electrical issues from those being plugged into the port.
Yeah.
Where they've
Yeah,
actually he had two vehicles where they drained the battery because it was constantly transmitting.
Yeah, but it's like everything, you know, you can buy a computer and it will run with a 650 watt, you know, power supply perfectly. You start pissing around and putting RGBs in there, and you suddenly take it over that 650 watt, it's going to go, bang.
Yeah, you see, I can't get away with anything. This thing has low jack in it. It tracks all my trips, where I've been, how long I took, my average speed, all that stuff. It's kind of interesting, but you know.
Well, I mean,
I get worried about stealing my 11-year-old truck.
Well, you know, the interesting thing is there's some
you'd be
there's some-
surprised,
there's-
Bill, because trucks are worth quite a bit right now.
Bill, there's some discussion.
9-year-old truck, not 11. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What?
Bill, there's some discussion out there amongst the engineers that they want to add onboard computers, cameras to the low jack so that they can see who's driving the car.
I think that's already a thing. There's new cars now over here where they come in with a built-in dash cam, but they've also got an internal cam that points at the driver, so you can see how the driver reacts if they crash and stuff like that.
So we shipped my daughter's car last month, and the guy was telling me he could only drive 10 hours, and then the truck shuts down.
Yes.
So
yeah, but he's a commercial driver too. So yeah.
Yes, for sure. Yep, he is.
They have
the
a bunch of
commercial
stuff
folks are that built
monitoring
in.
it.
And so he was like, "Yep, I can go 10 hours, and then it turns off. If I'm on the freeway, it stops right on the freeway." So he's got to monitor that closely.
10 hours in a 24-hour period, I think, right? Or no?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it is in a 24-hour period.
Right. So over here, it is you can do 9 hours a day driving time, 12 hours working time, which is supposed to all tie in with each other. But on 2 days a week, as long as you're only doing 5 days a week, you can do 2 10-hour shifts for driving.
And he told me, he says, if he gets caught with it over 10 hours, you know, and it shuts down, it's 36-hour mandatory shutdown. And so his truck will not start for 36 hours. So he's got to make sure he only drives 9.5 hours and finds a place to park.
I don't even know why y'all have those rules, David, because if you went 9 hours, you'd be 3 hours past the limit. You'd be 3 hours in the middle of the fucking ocean.
Well, actually, if you get up to the M25, 9 hours is just one junction. That M25 is a fucking car park.
Yeah.
Oh, Bill, they're starting to install speed cameras on the highways in Florida now. We got a few of them over here now.
Are they speed cameras or average speed cameras?
They're speed cameras. They're starting to ticket people for them. We got warned by the bus yard about it. I don't remember what highway it was, but apparently they installed 3 of them out there on one of the highways around here.
You see, over here now, they're replacing all the speed cameras with average speed cameras. So, because what's happening, you got little things on your computer, in your car. You're driving along, it'll go beep 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 and tell you there's a speed camera coming up.
Oh, you're talking about like a radar.
And then once you've gone past it, you can speed up again. So
it's like a radar type system in somebody's car, a radar detector.
Yeah. So that's why average speed now. They're going to.
Well, that's what a speed camera would use is radar. So you just use a radar detector.
Do you guys have those overpasses that tell you how fast each lane is going, you know, the next mile? It'll say 60 miles. The other lane might say 55. The other lane might say 35.
Now,
you guys have those? Yeah.
We have the gantries that will tell you the speed limit, so they can change the speed limit, and it'll actually tell you what lane is blocked if there's an accident ahead.
Yeah.
Got them.
Ours, we have that, and it, like the express lane is usually always 60, and then the other lanes might be 45 during rush hour or 35. So you kind of know which lane to get in, so you can, continue to go. And they're pretty accurate. And that's only in Seattle proper. It's nowhere else. So
No, we
like
don't
South
have that.
Seattle to North Seattle.
Yep. What we do have, we have little signs on the side of the road, and it will say Junction 5, and it will say on average should take 20 minutes.
Yeah, and we have those too.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
But you know what's going to be coming soon? I can see it because they started putting it in the bus stops. Adverts. You're going to be driving along, and it's going to come up, and it'll go, "You need a break. Welcome break. Only 10 miles down the road."
Yeah.
Johnny Walker. Next stop.
What you see on the road sign? We want to talk to you
Captain
about your car's
Morgan.
extended warranty.
I thought you were promoting drinking.
There's adverts everywhere now. It makes me laugh. They keep saying that you've got to keep your eye on the road, but then they're putting these adverts everywhere. Traffic lights. You get people stopped at traffic lights and they don't realise the lights have changed because they're watching the fucking advert.
You know what I find funny?
Okay, guys, get ready to vote. Here we go.
Oh no.
I'm putting the votes in the chat now.
Okay, let's go.
I'll catch you guys in a little bit.
All right.
Wait, what number is it for not seeing you in the shower?
It's a thumbs down.
Just don't fucking watch. No, what I find hilarious is when I'm watching, whenever I'm on the Disney app, which is majority kids stuff on there, not all of it, but majority of it.
Yeah, it's quite
And
a lot.
it's nothing. It's nothing but alcohol and medication commercials.
Oh, yeah, that's a point. I was at my mate's yesterday, and his little girl's watching YouTube. Yeah, she's got the kids' YouTube. She's watching a little cartoon thing, and all of a sudden it came up with a video, and it went, "Got a leak? Get your maxi pads now." What the fuck? This is to a kid. Yeah, I said to him, I went, "You want to watch them adverts because you're going to get some serious fucking questions from your 4-year-old daughter."
Well, the thing is you would think, especially over there, you wouldn't think they would even have ads on YouTube Kids, because then YouTube could claim that YouTube's trying to target kids with ads.
Well,
and you guys tend to be more strict on online shit than we are.
Our online shit has just got serious because now they're blocking anything adult unless you can verify yourself. And Steam have gone full circle and gone, "No, you've got to have a credit card." Well, credit card use over here is not as high as it is in the US. So,
Florida did the same thing with adult sites. Yeah, you can't go on them unless you.
Yeah, but it's not just adult sites now. They're going to be doing it with Facebook and all sorts.
Well,
at least
Well,
a
I
lot
got
of
good
the
news. My dad didn't buy another new vehicle, by the way.
opens the garage, there's a Ferrari in there.
Now, I kind of see, if you want to start getting more verifications on who people are on sites, the only way I could see that doing it, instead of every site having their own verification, having a universal verification system, maybe that's ran by the government, because they already have all your information.
Yeah, but what happened? Our government brought in this online safety bill for kids. So websites had to, stop kids getting onto adult sites, and it's the site now that's responsible, not the parent, which I think is wrong.
I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna go inside. Okay.
All right, catch you later, Bill.
By the way,
Like I
that's the funniest looking Harley or
Bill.
You guys take care.
But maybe there should be a universal
there should
government
be.
site
What our government done,
you
they
could
brought
link
it
to
in
all
law.
your social media.
So any site in America, yeah, so say like Xbox or someone that's based in America, if they don't verify and allow kids onto adult contented stuff, yeah, they can fine the website £40,000 or 20% of its GDP. Right? I'm not sure how they're going to enforce it on these companies abroad, but a lot of the companies have just gone, fuck the UK, we're not bothering with that shit, and cut us off.
and this is what I've talked about before when it comes to regulations. If you underregulate, you can have problems. If you overregulate, you can have problems. You have to find a balance. Because if you overregulate, companies are just not going to want to do business.
Well, look what happened in Nepal. They brought in a complete ban on Facebook and they set fire to Parliament.
I'm just saying, like, if you overregulate, companies aren't going to want to do business there. If you underregulate, businesses can go ham and do a bunch of crazy shit because there's nobody controlling them.
Well,
so you got to find a good balance, which is hard.
Yeah. You've gone way too far over here, and shit's going to hit the fan. And to be honest, it needs to.
And that's every industry. I mean, if you overregulate, they're not going to want to. They'll find it. You know, it's just less cost efficient, just to not, or it's better for their underlying just to not do business there.
Yeah. Well, that's
or if you underregulate, then they may do more illegal shit because they're not being regulated. They may tend to go really sketchy, you know, some businesses.
It's quite funny because one of the list of banned websites was Pirate Bay. Just want to let the UK government know we don't use Pirate Bay anymore.
Hey,
we use Pirate Bay.
I'm gonna be honest though, Ed. Yeah, you might need to just get a new computer, and I'm not even joking. Just because your computer is really old, dude. I hate to say it, but you might as well just save up some money and get you a new computer.
Watch for Christmas specials.
I mean, you don't have to buy
Maybe
anything
before
else.
Christmas.
Just find a tower. Just find a pre-built tower. You just need the tower. You don't need a keyboard and all that shit.
Well, if you've got the
screen and everything,
has he got a decent graphics card in there? He has.
No. His graphics card's like 12 years old, and he's running DDR3 memory. Everything in that computer.
Because I'm going to say, with if you've got a decent graphics card, just go on Amazon. They actually sell the motherboards with the processors built in and RAM, and they're really dirt cheap. You just put it straight into your case. You're good to go. It's just shame it's all DDR4 RAM. I want DDR5. I want to future proof.
Yeah, like I said, his computer is just really out of date. He just needs to just scrap it and get a brand new computer. And
or does it always Google OS?
Oh God, no. That is true though, but I would, because that's going to limit. Because the thing with Google OS too is it's like Apple; they don't let you download a lot of programs that you want to download. Like if it's not on their app store, you can't download it. What?
Hey Justin. So October is when a couple of weeks is when Sarah goes in, right?
October 2nd.
Okay.
Is her day of
and
restriction.
when did they stop Windows 11? End October?
Isn't it
14th.
the 14th? Yeah.
Okay, so that works out perfect. So how many days you taking off?
The first, second, and third, and then the fourth and fifth are the weekends, so 3 days.
Okay, so I'm thinking the first, second, and third would be good days with Sarah. The weekend will be the 4th, right?
Yeah.
Saturday? Okay, so you could call Paul, get on his computer, and walk him through Windows 11. I thought that one out, didn't I?
Don't worry, Justin. I've just done my blood pressure and it's high for you.
I just got a message from the school. Apparently, they're going to be open on a Saturday that weekend.
Okay. I'm trying to set it up with Paul because you know he's gonna have to change it to Windows 11.
Yeah, but don't worry about that. I've just done a blood test and it must be reading it for Justin based on what Joe said because it's 203.
And I heard AZ and David going to be out of town, so you're the only one. You're the only hope.
if I was to go to now, this is the ideal situation. If I was to go to Paul's house, I would take everything out of there,
And sell it.
throw it away. I would get him one good computer and hook all his screens up to that and be done with it. And get him all logged back into everything.
Lord, he wouldn't know what to do with himself.
There's no reason to be running two computers. Everything he does could be done on one
No,
computer.
no reason to have 7 TVs turned on.
I'm running 4 computers.
There's no need for that though. You could run everything you're doing right now off of one computer.
Yep.
Think
You
of it
don't
this
need
way,
that
Paul.
many computers.
When I do my charity event, I'm actually going to run my computer at home from Blackpool, 400 miles away.
Atta boy.
Well,
Yeah.
no, that's the plan.
Hey, Ed, when you get to be a certain age, you don't give a shit about all the high tech stuff, you know?
Ed, if you want to
need
find
to give a shit about it with the electric bill.
Ed, seriously though, Ed, if you want to find a decent computer,
Affiliate
with, no, just get up with me on next weekend or something, whenever you want to do it, and just give me a budget, and then we'll look for one, whatever your budget is. Because you seriously just need to scrap that and update it. Because unfortunately, your motherboard is so out of date, you can't even just buy a new CPU.
Well, I
and a
can
new
tell
GPU
by
and put it in there.
I can tell
It's
by
not
the
gonna
look
work.
on Ed's faces. That means I got to do a whole bunch of shit to the new computer.
No, you just got to plug it
Computer's
in.
easy.
No, you plug it in, he logs into his Microsoft account and logs back into whatever he was doing on it.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. It'd take a whole
Sounds good, doesn't it, Ed?
hour.
Oh, yeah, it sounds perfect, guys.
Ed can do that. Is what Paul can't do. You know, Paul's thinking, "I'm an old man. I can't do this."
So I
Yeah,
can't.
right.
So Justin, I cannot buy a new, just a new.
Well, you need new motherboard, new
No,
processor.
you would need new everything. So you might as well just buy a whole new.
The only thing that's good on your computer, Ed, is your case, maybe your power supply, and your hard drives.
No, his power supply was only a 300 because it's such an old
What?
computer.
Shit! You don't even sell 300 power supplies anymore.
So this is what I'm saying is because you don't know how to build your own computer, there's no point in trying to buy pieces and you reuse that old case that you got. You just buy a whole brand new pre-built.
Yeah.
It's already ready to go. But you need to figure out what your budget is. What can you spend on a computer? $1,000, $1,500, whatever
Yeah.
your budget is.
God, he's having a heart attack.
If you're not doing nothing extensive, then we don't need to spend crazy amounts getting you a freaking high-end fucking computer. If you're just using it for the internet, then we can go something a little cheaper.
And just whack that computer up on Facebook and say it's a good gaming computer. Some fucking knobhead will buy it. They don't know what they're doing. Don't buy it, Paul. You say, Paul, ooh, computer, just over the
Like
water.
if you knew how to build your own computer, then you wouldn't need my help, and you could just buy the pieces and reuse the case you have. But you don't know how to do any of that. So
Okay, so Justin, mine is a Intel R Core TM i7 14700F.
Oh, 14th gen. Nice.
okay, so what's your graphics
Video
card?
card. Where do I find that? That's under home. Where do I go?
That is a nice processor.
Do I go
I remember when I helped him find a computer, I tried to future-proof him as much as I could.
Future-proof him? They're still on the other 14th gen.
Well, no, but what I'm saying is, but I believe his graphics card, if I remember correctly, I think it was a 3060.
Well, even that's future-proof for another,
But see, this is the problem. I don't know why his editing program is having an issue with it. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Where do I go for my graphics card?
Dude, you might as well just do like Donald and just move to DaVinci, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, this is important. Paul, don't you ever say anything about TJ. Look.
Look at what?
Oh,
look at the screen. Look at you with that big black hole open up. Watch. Watch. Here it comes again. What? Here it comes.
Right.
Look.
Joe's just started a Mexican yawn around the world.
That big black hole.
All right, so you're gonna want to go down to your start button, Lance,
Yep, yep.
and type in device manager. Go to there.
Oh god, I've still got to back up my computer and upgrade it to Windows 11. I can't be asked.
There. Now
Hold
what?
on, give me a second. Let me pull it
Okay.
up so I know exactly what you're looking at.
Now you're going to do Justin's favourite thing. Wipe your cache.
Let me see.
Delete System 32.
All right, then you're gonna go down to display adapters. Sorry, I was trying to get a pull up.
Okay, I'm there. Okay, so
Okay,
it's a 60. It's a NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4060.
Oh, you got the 4060. Okay, I thought you had the 3060.
Wait up a goddamn minute.
So he has the same card I got.
Lance, there is a serious problem with your computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not in my living room.
Yeah, so you got a very modern card. So, like I said, I remember that when I found you a machine, I tried to future-proof you as much as possible.
That is a top spec computer.
Yeah, so yeah, why you're having a conflict with?
That is not your computer. That is, it's either going to be your memory card that you're using, or it's going to be something's corrupting in your drone, or you know when you take your computer.
No, he was saying he was having issues with his editing program.
No, it's the videos. He said some video.
So when I play the video, it gives me an error sometimes,
right.
And then when I put it in Premiere Pro, it gives me errors as well sometimes.
Yeah, so delete Premiere Pro or Premiere Pro, download DaVinci. Do like Donald did.
Not just that, right? Got two questions for you.
Yeah.
Your memory card, right? Are you taking it out of the drone and plugging it into the computer?
Yes.
Right.
Oh my God, Dusty.
Right. When you finish with it, how do you eject the memory card, or do you just unplug it?
I just unplug it.
There's your problem.
You're not ejecting
the memory card. That's what it is. It's corrupted memory card.
Gotta eject it.
So
you've got to go to the top and eject it. If you go to the top of your screen, you should have like a little. It looks like a little memory card icon. Your power supply, or your volume and all that.
You gotta remember Windows 11.
All right. So let me ask you this, David. Let me ask you this. Yep, I'll do that next time. Can I reformat the card and fix it?
I would reformat it in your drone.
Reformat it in the drone, but it may not fix it. May.
Okay. Because
I think you're a 50-50 chance.
Yeah.
So listen to me again. Listen to me again. So when I'm doing what I'm doing, I put it back in my drone. Sometimes the card says SD card's too slow, it won't record. As soon as I reformat the card in the drone, it doesn't give me that error. It doesn't give me that error every time.
Now stop. Dodgy memory card. Get a new one.
Okay.
Where'd you get your memory card from? What brand is it?
It's a SanDisk.
And where'd you get it from?
It's too full.
Amazon. I've gotten them.
There you go.
I have like 7 or 8 of them.
Yeah, just go to your local store, your local Walmart, something like that, and get one of their drone memory cards.
Okay.
Oh, who just dropped off?
Donald. No.
Was it?
Oh no, No, Jonathan's. It was Lance. Lance dropped off.
Oh, it
There
was
you
this
go.
other.
Yeah, not this Lance. The quiet Lance. The one that's been ignoring us all
Excellent.
fucking afternoon. The ignorant git. Yeah, Lance's other account dropped off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my phone dropped off.
sometimes those whenever you come in twice like that, you leave, it takes forever for it to drop off.
Yeah, so yeah, just go to your local store and buy a memory card from there. You want. Make sure you're going to get SanDisk now. They do a lot of different memory cards, so they'll say it's prime for drones, prime for video editing, prime for phones and stuff like that. Make sure you get a drone one or a class 10.
Yep.
But I think,
Technically, Lance should know all this.
well, he could, but if he's bought it from Amazon, you know what Amazon are like. You get some fucking. They say the scan disk, and it'll say 64 gig. You reformat it to 2 gig because it's got that shitty software on it. But it sounds like it's a corrupt memory card if it's saying it's slow, and then he has to reformat it, and he fixes it. But like I said, it could also be down to him just not ejecting it.
Well, I know, and not ejecting it definitely can cause those kind of problems.
Yeah, so it could be just that.
But I believe on Windows 11, because I haven't done a memory card in a long time, I think you can just right click on it under your drives, and the eject comes.
Oh,
up
you can do on
that
Windows
way.
10, but you've also got that option in where your volume is. Got that little icon there to say you've got a memory card in, and you right click that and it eject. You can click eject. I know this because I forgot one day I was using a memory card, and I was also backing up my computer to a portable drive, and then when I went into that little thing, I clicked the wrong one and ejected the fucking portable drive. That was the end of that backup.
And it doesn't do it every time. It does it about the fourth or fifth time
Yeah, it's just the way you're ejecting it.
In and out. Yeah.
It's just the way you're taking it out, that's all.
Okay.
Make sure you do the eject. There's also as well, the reason you eject it, sometimes certain programs keep hold of the memory card in its memory bank. So you just pulling it out, yeah, the software hasn't released it and it causes the problem. If you eject it, Windows forces all the software to release it.
Okay, so here's the other thing. I will transfer it to my hard drive, and it does the same thing when I load the video from my hard drive to Premiere, where I try to open it on my computer.
Yeah, if your memory card's naff, you're just transferring the fault over. That's all. It'd be corrupted data. That's all.
So it's corrupted. That I'm transferring corrupted data over to my hard drive.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's already damaged on your memory card, it's already damaged on it'll damage you when you move it over.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mister. Now, I've rehung the door. I put wall plugs in and put longer screws in. Right, take that fucker down.
Joe, are you running Windows 12?
12? It's not out yet.
Yeah.
That's well
I got Windows 17 going.
Windows 12 still in beta mode. Windows 11, you mean, Paul?
On my computer, the other one I just looked at, it says download now Windows 12, Microsoft.
Windows
Wait.
12. It's not Windows 11.
No, Windows 11 is listed, but Windows 12.
What?
You can't get Windows 12.
You can only get
How-
Windows 12, and it's a pre version if you're on the Windows Insider program, which Paul
you-
definitely is not on that.
Yeah, and they've actually closed the Windows Insider program.
It says Windows 12 ISO download.
Fuck.
Paul, show us what you got on your screen.
It's on that one over there.
Yeah, move your camera to it.
Lord, Hellman. Can't see it.
Oh, he's on a website. That's
Yeah,
not how
don't
you
be-
get Windows 11.
Yeah, don't be downloading nothing off no damn websites.
No, don't do it, Paul.
See, it says Windows 12 download full version free.
No.
Yes. Paul, it's a scam.
Yeah, it's probably got some malware or some shit in it. Don't
It's
do
a
that.
scam. Don't do it. Basically, the only way you should be able to get Windows 11 genuinely is through your Windows updates
Yeah, or buying a Windows 11 key. Which,
or buying a Windows 11 disc or key, like Justin said, and get it from Microsoft Store.
which nobody ever does. So.
No, you know what I do? I ring Microsoft up and I tell them straight. I tried to do your Windows update and it corrupted. And it's
You can
now saying
buy-
Windows key's invalid.
You can buy Windows keys at Walmart, but he doesn't need one because if his computer's eligible, it's going to be a free update.
Yeah.
Because
But
if
yeah.
you buy a Windows key from Microsoft, they're fucking expensive.
Yeah, you can buy it for like. And if speak to Corey, he might be able to sort you one out.
He shouldn't need one though. Because the only time you would need a key is literally if it was a brand new computer you built.
Yeah. Well, actually, you need a new key if you change your processor and your motherboard. It's the only time. It's in Microsoft's terms. Because then they class it as a new computer. But if you've got access to your old key, you've got it written down, you can just put the key back in, it'll reactivate. It's just when it's stored.
You're gonna go buy a new microwave soon. Microwave's getting worn out.
Yeah, my microwave's had better days. You doing, Rio? Yeah, if you're going to upgrade to Windows 11, Paul, you need to get up. If you're going to upgrade to Windows 11, get up with Justin first and make sure your computer can take it.
Don't try to do it by yourself, Paul.
Why? Isn't it just a simple thing?
No. Not if your
Paul,
computer
you
can't
were
take
about
it.
to do a simple thing on the wrong site.
Put it this way, Paul. You'd have installed that Windows 12, you would not have had Windows 12.
You'd
have
rather
had
be locked
you'd have
out
had
everything.
You'd have had a hefty bill in your bank account.
You need to listen, Paul. You got to go on your update site and get it the right way.
To be honest, it pisses me off that Google That is such an obvious scam that they're offering Windows 12 free update. It should not even get bypass Google's thing. It should be kicked out.
Yep. But it don't.
No.
No, Chromebook doesn't update on Windows, Dusty. That's its own operating system. Chromebooks have nothing to do with Windows. They don't use Windows.
Chrome has nothing, full stop. What are you talking about? Fucking Chrome is shit.
The only thing Chromebooks are good for is basic internet surfing, and if you're in school, because a lot of schools use Google programs. Other than that, they're crap.
I mean, I suppose if you got like I'm going to use with Google Remote Desktop, I think that would work on Chrome.
And yes, Windows 11 was having issues with the storage devices, but I don't know if they've since fixed that.
No, they haven't, and it's only certain ones. Because when I saw the video and my number was listed, I was like, shit! But it's like a different one. Mine doesn't have that Prism shit.
But it's definitely something that Microsoft and the storage.
Here you go. Look what
companies are
Paul's
gonna have to
doing.
figure out. Oh, that's through Windows, though. You just hit to check compatibility.
Halloween.
Because that's going straight to Microsoft's website.
No.
I'm up to date, it says.
Where does it say you're up to date? We don't see that screen.
You're not seeing that?
Again, but you're on a desktop.
Reshare it.
I gotta reshare
I can see it. No, I can see what he's on. He's on a website.
Yeah, but it said it's up to date. He needs to re-show it to show
Did I
what
hit
he's
check
doing.
for updates?
Check compatibility. That'll give you a file to download.
That's Microsoft's actual website. He redirected him from the computer.
Yeah, but he did check for compatibility, and he says it says I'm up to date, but we don't see that screen to see if he's got the update there.
You see where it says check for your compatibility, or check for compatibility? Click that.
Okay, let me go to share screen again.
Honestly, his computer might have updated.
What sharing screen, Paul?
Yeah, but he already clicked that, David.
No, on that screen now. What's on my Zoom?
Yeah, he already clicked that.
Click on Paul.
Yeah.
Down a bit.
I already checked that.
Right.
So, but it popped me up another screen. So I need to share that.
Yeah, let's see what the other screen says.
So click that one off and then share the other one. There you go. He actually does say you can run Windows 11. So
click the check for updates.
Where is it? Up here?
Yeah. That says check for updates.
Is that the one you're using now, Paul?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. You're good to go.
So should I turn this on or off? It says get the latest as soon as available.
No, just leave it as it is, Paul. Don't play around with it.
It's still checking for updates. What does it say? You're up to date. That's what it says.
No. You see what it says underneath? View optional updates. Paul?
Where?
Underneath it says check for updates. Click that. Click the down arrow, that little arrow.
Right here?
Yeah. Just click the arrow itself, and you should drop down a box. Right, they all need updating at some point. Don't do it while you're live because it might cut you off.
It will cut them off, bro.
Yeah, he ain't gonna remember though. No, those are. It's just drivers. He should be
Those
all
are
right.
just
though, Kevin.
drivers, yeah.
Yeah, just tick every box.
He should be okay if he's on here.
Yeah,
As worst case scenario, it's going to
Right.
tell him to restart his computer, but
Yeah.
he can do it later.
God, it's 5 o'clock and it's going dark. Mind you, it is layering it down with rain. So might as well close the curtains.
Okay, restart's required, but you can do it later. No big deal.
Yeah.
You can do it after you get off here. Well, hopefully they give you the Windows 11 update at some point before.
No, he should have it already. Because his computer's ready for it, you just have to tell it you want it. He's probably declined it at some point, so it'll sit there and
Well, he did decline it because remember David AZ went in his computer and made it to where he couldn't update it no more because he kept updating it to Windows 11 by accident.
the only problem is, Paul, when you upgrade to Windows 11, it's going to fucking throw you all over the place because it's not like Windows 10.
Really?
There's a lot of difference.
He,
He'd be better off, Justin, is once he's upgraded to Windows 11, is you go into his computer and download one of them throwback softwares, rollbacks. You know,
Yeah,
where
like-
you just change it back to look like Windows 10.
yeah,
or
like
Windows
start.
11.
He could just do Start 11. I mean, it's like
Yeah,
$9 or something for a lifetime fee.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
they'll
just
keep
get
it
that and just-
upgraded.
yeah, because that's what I'm doing.
Because you can go all the way back to Windows,
7.
I think 7 on Start 11.
Yeah. But if you install that for him, it'll allow him to continue as he was.
Yeah, you can do a Windows 11 style, Windows 10 style, modern style of Windows 7. And
You
then
know
can
what?
do
I would
Windows 7
love
style
someone.
classic.
Yeah, I'd love someone to actually throw it back and get a Windows 3.1 or Windows 3.
And then you
So
can do Windows.
I can get the Windows 10 style and I wouldn't know any changes.
Yeah, but once you've updated to Windows 11, get up with Justin, let him into your computer. Yeah, and he will install this software on it, and he will set it up for you to make it look like you've got it now.
Okay, Justin, you want to do that now?
Justin, hello, Justin. Justin?
No, I
No.
don't want to do it now because you don't need it right now.
Give it a few days, Paul.
All right.
Yeah, there's no rush. You got another month yet.
Oh,
Yeah,
you don't
wait
need it for another
Because in
month?
the middle of next month, Dre, on the 14th, I think, they're
Yeah, the
stopped.
14th.
They're not supporting Windows 10 anymore. He's going to have to.
That's your last update, 14th, and then all you're going to get is driver updates and severe security updates for 6 months, but you're not going to get your yearly or half yearly updates. Your big
Yeah,
one.
put it on your calendar, October 4th.
What
don't-
happens if I sign up for Windows 14?
Oh, for
You
fuck's sake.
probably lose everything, all your money.
You see that ship behind you? It's
Yeah.
going to get up and dance.
That's pretty confusing, this stuff.
I don't think it is, but
Yeah, but Justin, we've been around computers all our lives.
well, technically, Paul has. He's been around since they had the ones the size of a fucking warehouse.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
just
but-
what was
Well,
it, the
we're
little
talking about
dot
computers.
papers or whatever?
We're talking about computers in your home.
When it was just a punch cards in the computer.
When Paul was at school, they had typewriters. Sorry, no, it weren't a typewriter. It was a slate, weren't it, Paul? You had to tap with the chisel, hammer, and chisel.
Yep. First you had to cut the slate out and form it, so then you chiseled on it.
Well, the problem too is back in the 70s and 80s and 90s, there was only a small percentage of households that actually had computers.
Well, no, in the 70s, no one had computers because that was the day of the Spectrums, weren't it?
Nowadays, it's like a very low percentage that don't have computers. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think there's going to be many that don't have computers.
Just like cell phones in the late 90s, early 2000s, hardly anybody had a cell phone. It was kind of cool to see somebody with a cell phone. Like you'd see 1 out of every 1,000 people would have a phone. Now it's weird when somebody doesn't have a phone. It's like, you don't have a cell phone, you fucking weirdo.
1997, I got my first mobile contract. And that was a Motorola brick.
Because like when I was in high school, like you might see 1 or 2 kids with a little.
You see what Dre put in the chat?
No.
Is he having problems with Windows 10? Question mark. Then why need to update? Windows 10 will work just fine. You will not get as many updates.
Y'all can take that chance if you want, but I'm telling you, the minute Microsoft stops supporting it, the hackers are going to go fucking ape shit on that, just like they did with Windows 7.
That's the problem. It's the security updates. They're more important than your general updates. And also, you're going to find that all the manufacturers, like your processor, your BIOS, all that, they're not going to support it either. And then eventually, I'd say about a year down the line, software will stop supporting it.
Come on,
I guarantee software.
Panel, Ray. Tell us about it.
I guarantee software. It's going to be less than a year. Why are they going to write a bunch of code for software if they don't need to?
McAfee are only offering an extra 6 months.
I would run McAfee if you gave it to me for free.
Well, it is for free.
I still wouldn't run it. I wouldn't run Norton either. Wouldn't run any of those antivirus systems. All they do is slow your computer down.
Yeah, I got Norton on mine. I ought to turn it off.
I've got McAfee.
Why?
I've got McAfee, and I will not be turning it off because it does its job.
No, I'm not running any of that nasty shit on my system. All it does is run in the background.
East Coast says his wife got a new laptop for work, and it already has Windows 11 on it.
Then you're fine. You don't have nothing to worry about. You just keep up the normal updates.
So what was she have to do? Upgrade to Windows 14?
No.
No, the only other Windows out there is Windows 12, and it's a beta version that is on Windows Insider program, which you don't want to get on unless you know what you're doing because it's very glitchy.
We know you're playing, so just stop. You know, it ain't fun.
I have an M.2 that has Windows.
Joe, I'm just confused, not playing.
No, you're playing.
Right. Yeah, but also, anyone that's got Windows 11 that thinks you're going to get Windows 12, think again. Right? Because it's all AI and it's going to be all fucking advanced shit. Which is why they're saying Windows 11 is going to run for an extra 6 years. Longer than normal.
I don't need more AI and more mind twisting stuff in my computer.
Unfortunately, it's the way they're going.
Yeah,
and Windows 14 will probably be cloud-based.
The only reason I don't think they would go cloud-based is because there's too many companies that are making PC parts that are worth hundreds of billions and trillions of dollars.
Well, they're looking at it, aren't they?
I don't know. I see it being an option for people to do.
You've already got it now. You can HP do a HP cloud where your Windows is up on the cloud.
Right, I see that being
If
an
you
option, but
files on your computer.
I don't think they'll get rid of computers. Maybe eventually, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because the thing is companies like Nvidia and AMD
seen
and
the,
Intel.
Yeah, have you seen the new Chinese one with the glasses? You don't even have a monitor. You can have a 100-inch screen right in front of you.
Yeah, I don't believe half of the tech that they claim they have coming out of China.
Oh, it's been released. You can buy it.
Because they tried to say that their new AI program that they didn't have to use any significant processing to run it, and I don't believe that shit in a minute. It's like you're telling me you figured out a problem that all these other major ass tech companies that have been working on this shit for years, you just out of nowhere figured it out. And they haven't come close to that. I don't believe that shit in a minute.
If they figured it out, they'd be telling everybody. But, like I said, it's all...
Because they were trying to say that DeepSeek or whatever they came out with, that they don't need all these big processors to run it, and processing plants and all this, or server farms to run it.
Oh, but I'm talking...
I don't believe that in a minute.
This computer, literally, it's running Windows 10 and 11. And it literally, instead of you've got your computer, but your monitor is a pair of glasses, which are already out. I know that. Yeah. But this is all seamlessly wireless, and you can actually walk into another room and still use your computer.
Hey, Dusty, I'm totally on board with getting chipped up. I don't care. They could put a chip in me. I wouldn't give a shit.
So Justin's gonna start sleeping in an alcove like on Voyager,
Yep.
like the Borg has, where you sleep standing up.
No, he's talking about you'd get chipped as in you'd be like interconnected into a system through a chip.
Well, that's
I'd do
what
that
the
in a
Borg
second.
did.
Yeah. You'd be walking down the street and it'll go, Windows have got an update for you. You just freeze. Need someone to run past you and press the restart button.
No, it'd be everybody would freeze at one time. It'd be like one of those remember the freeze challenges people were doing years ago? Where there'd be like 1,000 people that would all get together and they'd be walking through the streets just randomly, and then everybody would stop and freeze and it'd freak all everybody else out.
Yeah, and you get that one person going past going, ha, I turned off auto updates.
Philip said he got probed.
The problem is, though, at the moment, there's too many errors with Windows updates.
Nah, that was just an AI RAM butt plug, Philip.
What time we on? Yeah. Right. I think I'm going to drop off and make some din-dins. Because I'm going all American now. It's din-dins, and I'm having tatties and cheesies. Because we can't talk normal.
All right. Catch you later.
Yeah. Catch you all later, guys. Yeah, I'm going to go and make my dinner.
Time to pack it in?
Yeah, I'm going to jump off and
Okay, let's pack it in then. We'll see everybody again later today.
Bye.
Joe, you're not doing any more shoots, are you?
Might go fly.
Go fly, okay. All right, everybody. Hey, thanks for
Pack
being
it in. Pack it in. We'll see.
Bye, Lance.
Mark, Lance, Jonathan, everybody have a great day. We'll see you again.